Tape Never Lies Network.
The tape never lies. Tape never lies.
Starts now.
The tape never lies.
Nope! Nope!
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
So chase greatness and start understanding that he's gonna make everybody better.
Tape never lies.
I don't want to see your tape breakdowns if you cannot show me things that are negative about a guy that's on your current team.
Hashtag chase greatness. Hashtag take that.
Keep it 100.
Because I'll make this one more time clear. Aiden Whitlow, got it. He is the best quarterback I have ever scouted on tape.
The Chicago Bears select.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. Dynamic duo legends of the smartest man and Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keep it in 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the fake and anger, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shane's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shane got some haters. But now them out stuck like the Jew and now and laters. Debaters, straws get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks trolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shane.
Give me some fucking names in 2 fucking games.
Fuck a play or a captain, all of the unfair. The tape never lies, the truth you see. We laugh, we lie, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a stat nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like trip sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we're keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
100.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest
Keeping
man.
it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, what is good, TTNL family? It's your girl, Lady Bear. Yay. Football season is here, but before we get into all of that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And for more in-depth analysis of tape breakdown, please subscribe to our Patreon at thetapeneverlies.com. Of course, you know, football kicks off tomorrow, so you know the boys gonna talk about it. We got our game on Monday night, prime time debut. So of course we gonna get into all of that. And yes, I saw people in the chat feel his but we got the lovely Mr. Smartest Man, Shane Marsaw.
Yo, yeah, I'm on time every show.
We gonna bring let's bring in the super Ivan.
What up? What up? What up? Hello, Cherie.
Hi.
You see, I got your favorite shirt on.
I see. Yeah, it's okay.
You
Yeah,
see
that's
it.
how-
You see it a little bit, Ivan. Unfortunately, you just went back to where you were when you first popped on.
Did I?
Yeah. So.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll fix this.
All right. Well, with that being said, Cherie, do you see who's?
I got the notification. That's cool.
Do you see who's in the green room? Should we bring him out the only way we know how?
Yes.
Look at that guy.
Yo, Cherie's here.
She
Hi.
is.
Hi,
She moved to
Mr. Draft Dr. Phil. I'm gonna use your full government.
I thought you were moved to the Philippines with Jack Black.
No, I didn't move that far. I'm still in the States.
She
Further south in Virginia.
moved into the new dig. She put up the dope TTNL background.
in her new house for us.
Y'all gotta give me a flag or something.
White as hell.
Yeah. Got to get her a flag over there.
Yes.
Gotta get her
So-
a flag.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? It's what we've all been waiting for. Football season is back. Not Bears back yet, but feels good though, man. I'm excited. Yeah, excited. I don't live in Iowa.
Don't live in
Right,
Iowa.
Tooch?
Feel good. Feel great.
Feel good, feeling good.
Yo.
Yeah. Went on CHGO last night a little bit. Hung out with
Whole show.
Mr. Braggs. Yeah, talked a little ball, so that was fun. But I'm glad
Greg
it's back.
showed me out one time. Just
Oh, he did offline. He did offline. But yeah,
that's what he does best.
yeah. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. But yeah,
So,
man.
Number gate has been solved.
Yes, Luther Burden went from 87 to 13 for a few hours, and now he's settling into number 10.
Number 10.
Don't love all day Jade Walker at number 20, but
Went
maybe.
back to number 20.
Yeah. At that
Why
point, just take he didn't want to take 13 because of Maurice Alexander. I mean, should have just went with 88. Go old school, 88's a good number for a wide
87.
receiver. Yeah. Well, that's what Greg and I talked about last night. Believe it or not, 87 was growing on me a little bit for Burden.
Right. He looked good in 87.
Yeah. So, but now he's sliding into number 10, taking over for Tyler Scott and Chase Claypool. So hopefully he
Marquise Wilson.
Yeah.
And Mitchell
Trubisky. Yeah.
Those are the Cordell Stewart wore number 10.
Yep, he did. Now you're going in the Wayback Machine. What number was Henry Burris?
Henry Burris, I think, was number 8.
Was he?
Yeah.
I have to look that up.
Henry Burris.
Cherie's like, who the hell's Henry Burris?
Yeah, I don't know that one.
He was coaching on our.
No, Henry Burris, number 10. See?
Was he?
I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Jeff Blake.
Yep, Jeff Blake.
Jeff Blake.
Did he not have one of the highest deep balls in the history
Oh my
of
God.
the NFL?
I was such a big Jeff Blake fan. Shout out to Ryan Cox.
Yeah.
East Carolina's finest. Jeff
Yep.
Blake.
Oh my God. Who's better, East Carolina or Alabama? I have to go with ECU.
North Carolina.
That was
Yeah.
That was brutal, bro.
Yeah. Came out gangbusters, 7-0, and then
Jordan was high-fiving.
their North Carolina's quarterback went 128 real minutes without completing a pass. Let that sink in. Yeah. Crazy.
That's some Jonathan Quinn level.
Smartest man is never wrong. That is also not true. Just ask Europe. Anyways. Oh man, gonna be a good show tonight. We got a patron coming on. It's gonna ask us some questions, and then we got our guy from the Pawn Stars, Brett Maly, bringing us the Vegas over-unders. Yeah, let Phil introduce it.
Jalen Jones is back, and he's wearing number 33. Shane.
Yeah, hopefully he incorporates the peanut punch because they
How much do you think Jalen Johnson paid to move from 33 to 1?
The way that works, I don't know how many number 33 Jalen Johnson jerseys were, in the stockpile with the NFL, but that is an actual thing that they have to pay for.
Right.
They have to buy all those jerseys through the NFL
Let me
when
ask
they
you
change
this.
their number. Yeah.
It's keeping it 100. I think I can't remember a player that I felt this way about like I do Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not down that much on him. I just think that I think he's.
No,
I think
not
he's
like a downer. It's like the weirdest.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I
He
think
plays, he doesn't.
I think Bears fans have overrated him and think that he's an
100%.
elite Darrell Revis type, corner, and he's just not that.
Personality just reminds me of selfishness.
Yeah.
And it's like he's a me guy. Now corners can be that way. People
absolutely
say that, right? But
yeah, and he
I've
was
never
back to practice
felt
today.
this way. I've never felt this way. Yeah. He plays, he plays.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they cleared
I
up.
want him to be great.
They cleared up $8 million in cap room by reworking his deal, so that goes to him in terms of a bonus, which
So he's happy now.
he
They
gets
paid him to
immediately.
practice type of vibe.
Yeah.
Here
So,
we go.
but I mean, they also have to make, they're bringing in your guy Isaiah Foskey for a workout. I don't know that those usually go on Tuesdays, but maybe it was today. But we'll see how that goes. You and I were talking this morning with Cap. He was asking about Zadarius Smith and our thought process on it. But listen, last night when I was on CHGO, a couple of the people that commented this morning were upset, and they're like, "Oh, Shane, what are you talking about? Ryan Poles hasn't done anything for the defensive line." I didn't say that. I said, how has he addressed the defensive end position across from Montez Sweat? Is it Dio Adengbo? Because that ain't good enough. And when Austin Booker's out until week 6, and then you're relying on Dominique Robinson, yeah, that is an issue. So it's a big one. They need another pass rusher. No doubt about it.
So they got Hardy.
Yeah, who they, at times played at linebacker.
Exactly. They have him, but he's their most twitchy pass rusher aside from Booker.
Yeah, and you're not going to see him
out.
until week 6. Yeah,
So you're
against Commanders.
sitting there on your ass. Like, I think every TTNL fan, is Kerry Franklin in the chat?
He is.
I get to finally meet Kerry Sunday.
That still shocks me that you've never met Kerry Franklin.
What? I was just thinking that you've never met Carrie.
Well, they were on
Kerry-
opposite. Phil was on the opposite end of Kerry's house. Takes you like 4 days to get there. So
Me and Kerry are going to agree on Hardy. And then we're going to disagree on Ryan Poles. I think me and Kerry are going to be like, what was the show with Oscar Madison?
Oh,
The
there's
Odd
the boss.
Couple.
There's the boss. Make her come say hello.
Steph, do you want to say hi?
No, I got Sophie in here.
Oh, yeah, you got to get Sophie out.
Oh, Sophie.
Sophie, go get a treat.
Cherie. Steph just doesn't like us anymore.
No, Sophie will start
That might
chewing.
be good for you. Steph loves
I've
you.
lost 6 remotes. I've got 3 sneakers chewed to shit. This dog is chewing everything. But anyway, what I was saying is Ryan Poles. Exactly. That's where I feel I am with him. And I even told Cap, I'm like, Zadarius Smith? That guy's too much of a wild card for the Bears to take on that personality. It's too harsh. He's an animal. We got to have other guys.
Did you get to listen to Roma Dunze on the St. Brown Brothers podcast? He was, dropping some salty language. I said, I wonder if George was going to throw down the gauntlet on him.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So
I was told a really great story about George. George doesn't even go gravitate to the players. He just does his thing and sets his tone. He is, what was the dude I hated in Game of Thrones?
couldn't tell you.
Which one? Joffrey?
Joffrey. That is George McCaskey.
I was going to guess Phil was talking about the short guy.
Prince Joffrey.
Yeah.
No, that guy's great. I can't. Game of Thrones is great, but if you ask me to name people's names, forget about it.
I would say George is more like Tywin Lannister. He was kind of like a silent jerk.
Yeah. Well, this
I thought that was my role on TTNL.
You're nothing silent about you.
Become a patron. It'll be my fun showcase to show you Jalen Johnson's tape. Not bad tape, just his tape. And guess what?
He's not a he's a good player, but I just think he's overrated by most Bears fans.
He's
not
where
the status that they put him
down corner.
And that's, I mean, I don't have a huge.
How much did we pay Deo again? I heard you say
48 mil.
48 mil.
Yeah.
For a guy that, again, a lot of dudes. Did Clowney sign in Baltimore? Is that breaking news?
I don't know.
How am I doing here, guys? Better? Worse?
Oh my God, you're so loud.
Shut up.
No. You look, it looks much.
That's just because I'm Puerto Rican, Phil.
Yeah. You have something after 5 seconds.
You look like you're at the aquarium and we're filming you through the glass. You're like a shark.
Yeah, it's like you're broadcasting.
Audio is good or video shit?
Audio is good. Video is holding. It looks like you're broadcasting from Bratcher's barn in Indiana.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Let me figure this out.
Is Deo on a 1-year deal?
Oh no.
Like hidden?
No, it's going to be, he doesn't have an out until I believe after next. Yeah, so the potential buyout is 2027. So his cap hit this year
hasn't played it down.
His cap hit this year is $8 million, but next year it goes up to 20.5.
So it keeps going up. That was my question.
Well, and then it goes down after it goes down to 19.5. But yeah, their out is 2026, so that would be the 2027 off season. And that's when the numbers are way more digestible. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They're paying him 100% for upside and not for previous, things that he's done.
Because he's gambling on growth.
And that's, listen, I'm not 100% going to put that on Ryan Poles. I'm going to put a lot of it on Dennis Allen, because Dennis Allen is going to tell him the guys that he wants. But I mean, Ryan Poles can certainly nix it. But you gotta hang Dennis Allen out here to dry a little bit on this, because that's their first big foray, on the defensive side of the ball, along with Grady Jarrett. They both signed on day one rather quickly. So those are two guys that Dennis Allen said, yeah, I want on my team.
Well, I was a big Isaiah Foskey fan coming out of the Notre Dame.
Yep.
You remember. So there's a young.
Do you know how many career sacks he has? He'd fit in perfect here.
6?
0.
He has 0?
Yep.
Oh, that's not good.
But again, I have zero problem with them gambling on upside there, because you're not investing a lot of money in it. I mean, you know how that works though, Phil. You know what happens. The Bears work him out, don't sign him, and then he works out with Philly and they sign him. That's how that works.
Jadeveon Clowney is a free agent. He's not signed. I like Clowney, and I prefer Zadarius Smith. I think it should have been a must sign.
He would complete the gauntlet of NFC North teams if he signed with us.
Well,
he's been with them all.
You need a veteran pass rush. What do you have on the roster at pass rusher? Hardy, who I like, but like you said, he's flip-flop from linebacker to edge. And he's a young development, and he's kind of small. He doesn't have the length. He just has a good pass rush twitchiness. They just list everybody at D line. Because Hardy's what, 6'2"? Then there was the kind of talk post-draft about Turner playing edge, because they completely ignore the edge all the time.
Yeah, I think that was just people, saying, "Oh, I'm going to take this piece," and say, "All right, we're missing a piece here." So Hardy's 6'2", 255.
And then you pick up a linebacker, another linebacker, and a guy that we interviewed on TTNL, DeMarco, and then a defensive back as well, right? And then
Jalen Jones.
On game day, you're only gonna list 47 guys to play. So how many fucking edge players are going to play? How many ends are going to be active?
Yeah, and I think Coakley has it right there. I think you're going to see them push Gervon Dexter outside some, but even then, I mean, when you're talking about twitchy athletes, that's not what you're getting from Gervon, especially outside for what you were talking about, Phil. But yeah, it's an issue.
It's so light. It's Dominique Robinson, Montez Sweat, Daniel Hardy. And
your primary guys right now across from Montez Sweat are Dio Adengbo, Dominique Robinson, and Hardy. That's not good.
I think it's a little bit of a malpractice.
You're not wrong, Phil.
I'm building a roster. Think about how championship teams are built. They come out in waves. They have a bunch of pass rusher or dominant pass rushers. Someone who's going to win out there. Now, even if Montez Sweat is Tarzan and comes out there and plays amazing, right? He's going to get doubled. Now you're requesting these other guys to win.
But even then, Phil, like I said with Montez Sweat, Montez Sweat at this point is just kind of who he is. He maybe he's going to have a season where he gives you 10, maybe even 12 sacks, but he's done that one time in his career, and that was combined between Washington and Chicago. So he's had one double-digit sack season in his career, and he's being paid $94 million. But this is why it's critical to address your lines in the draft, like we were banging the table for, because you're paying premium prices for B-level talent, and in free agency. And Bears fans, much like with Jalen Johnson, and I know they get upset, Montez Sweat is not an elite pass rusher. He's not. He's not an elite pass rusher.
I hope this organization is smarter than us, because we've been right about everything. The Bears have been wrong. I hope they're smarter than us.
Yeah, I mean, we've had our whiffs on players just like everybody, but the roster construction is very concerning to me. I was laughing when they said that Ryan Poles was at the Ohio State and Texas game, and then they were at the LSU and Notre Dame game, and I'm like, yeah, knowing our luck, he's scouting running backs and corners.
I thought I wrote it to you and Cap.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, he's at the game to look at the next 3 wide receivers that we're gonna draft. It's like, oh my God, bro. It's worrisome as we set the stage.
Yeah, Bob's right here. How you can be patient about pass rush. And listen, I understand, Phil. You can incorporate pass rush. You can manufacture it, just like you can do that. All of that. You can deploy Kyler Gordon and do whatever you want, but there's gonna be times when you have to win with your front four and have them. I mean, what do you have more faith in? The interior of the Bears defensive line or the edges? It's, to me, where that is because of Grady Jarrett. And I mean, has Gervon Dexter lived up to his billing yet? No, but at least he's shown more flashes than Dio Adengbo.
Yeah, he's been better than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
To be honest. So when I look at it, though, I think people like LeFew are few and far between. They think the reality of building a franchise, especially defensively, I want to know who's a dog. You signed an older dog in Grady Jarrett.
Yeah. And let's be honest, Phil.
There's no dogs.
They
like,
didn't
on the
sign
defensive line.
sign Grady Jarrett for his ability on the field. I feel like the main reason they signed Grady Jarrett because he was going to settle down and be a leader within the locker room more so than anything. And that's why I think they overpaid to secure him, to get him there. And I understand that. So that's the price of doing business when your locker room is toxic. And it got to that point where it was bad. They didn't respect anything that was going on, nor should they have. But that's what Ryan Poles built. That's why to me, he should have been let go. And I don't want to go down this avenue again of talking about that. But it's listen, our two biggest concerns were pass rusher and offensive line. Yeah, obviously the interior part of it was addressed, but Braxton Jones and defensive. Again, I go back to that, Phil. If I would have told you the night of the draft that we're going to finish the draft and we will draft 0 defensive ends, you would have said, bro, there's no fucking way. No way.
100%. I still can't believe it. And we haven't signed anybody.
Yeah, and you see,
we're going to be making some moves there. If you remember, post-draft, he's like, yeah, we'll be looking at possible. We'll see. So it's all a bunch of bullshit by Ryan Poles. And
yeah,
they don't even have young talent that they picked up a linebacker and another defense. Who was the defensive back they picked up? Put on the 53.
Jalen Jones, who's already been here.
That's right, Jalen Jones.
And again, that's a guy that this staff is a guy that this staff looked at because he was a free agent and said, we can let him hit the market. It's not, we'll let him walk to Arizona. Arizona signed him, and they let him go before he even played a game for him. And so, they not only brought him back, they claimed that free agent deal that he got. That's how that works. When they claim him, that his contract comes with him. Is it a big contract? No. But listen, I know that there wasn't a ton of talent available, but you're not attempting to improve it at all.
Elijah Hicks is still on this team. Just think about this. Like, what assessment are we doing here?
Right.
Elijah Hicks, he can't tackle. He's out of position. Has no range when it comes to instinctive football range. He's always out of position.
Yeah.
It's baffling to me that Case Keenum, Elijah Hicks, another linebacker. That's 3 positions.
You can sell me more on Case Keenum than you can on Elijah Hicks, just based off what Bajent and Caleb have talked about with Case Keenum and how much he's influenced them. Not even so much with his play on the field, but with his preparation and his work in the classroom. Because those are 2. That was one of the biggest indictments when you talked to former NFL players about it. They're like, I don't know how the hell Chicago's got an undrafted free agent quarterback and the number 1 pick in the draft, and you have no veteran quarterback surrounding them last year. In this case, it's just, again, it's poor roster construction. So I can be sold on Case Keenum, but I mean, DeAndre Swift tweaks an ankle on Monday Night Football. Have fucking fun. Have fun.
Well, I looked at it. I'm sorry, Gary. I was laughing at Gary, not you. It's always a motherfucking Gary, bro.
I didn't even see
George or a Gary. It just seems so soft. Read this in your best voice, your Thaddeus voice.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's That's just it's a dumb question, Gary.
If TTNL has been right about everything, why haven't you been offered a consulting position then? That's the voice. Do you know what you sound like, Gary? I'll give you a hint. I'm right again. A soft little wussy. Because Thaddeus is here. I didn't want to say the P word. Soft little wussy. That's what you sound like. If you're so right, all you got to do is go back and read it, and watch it.
Yeah, we put our name to it. There's plenty of shows
Put our
out there.
names to it. No one's batting 1,000. I'm not asking for that. I'm just looking at, would TTNL have kept Matt Eberflus going into the draft to draft Caleb? Fuck you, Gary. You remind me of Guy last week. Dumb as shit. Dumb as shit.
Did you hear about the noise ordinance in Arlington Heights?
Is that Gary? Noise ordinance?
No.
He was a Gary as well.
Man, they're gonna start those football games in Arlington Heights. This is all you're gonna hear after 10:30. It's over, Phil. Here come the popo.
I need you to talk to Michelle, our president. Apparently, the town of Southington won't let us have an air raid siren.
Why?
So when we score a touchdown, I wanted the air raid siren to be.
Can't you just play it over the speakers?
Yes, we could do that, but I wanted a real one and have one of the parents.
What are they afraid that people are going to go into their nuclear shelters?
According to Michelle, she's telling me the town won't let us do it. I feel like that's fucking dumb. But
well, look at it this way: do you want to air
my idea, and they're doing it?
Yeah.
So they can do it, Shane, but we can't do it.
So you wanted to do it when you scored a touchdown?
Yes.
So, but what if it was a rushing touchdown? Does it make sense to play an air raid?
Every time you cross that goal line, I want it.
What does that say about your defense? They're just going to light you up through the air. It's like an air raid. You know what I mean? Come up with something better.
You're overthinking this now.
Well, exactly. Well, wait till you meet Thaddeus.
Gary.
The fucking play-by-play guy for minor league baseball.
Oh, my God. Then he must have a good voice.
He's got a Tim Tebow fathead.
He's losing steam there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not all Garys are created equal. There is Gary Catacon. I know he's in the chat. So not all Garys are softs. So Gary, LaFar, and LaFew are soft. I'll say that.
Do you want me to go grab our patron and get him out here?
Pepe? Yeah.
Grab him.
Is there anything else before we get to
I don't think so.
Someone named fucking Thaddeus. Is this your first Thaddeus?
Yes, it is. I asked him, and he's seen. I'm just keeping it honest. He knows how we do this here.
Is this his real name?
I said, do you want me to call you Thaddeus or Thad? And he's like, oh no, we're gonna go with Thaddeus. So he seems very against being called Thad.
Of course, Freddy Krueger would say an air siren's mid as fuck because he doesn't want anyone waking up. He wants you in your sleep, right, Freddy? Oh my God. Anytime you see a blog boy drop the elbow on their fucking throat with their bullshit. I've never seen. I hope I'm not stealing from Thaddeus. This would be my last thought. I wanted to get off my chest. We'll get into all the polls and the roster building, but there is an issue, obviously, with Chicago Bears fans, and it's how they treat a quarterback. You have to start taking a different turn. All of you. You got to start allowing growth. You can't just take a blue pill and all of a sudden the fucking quarterback's hard as a rock and he's throwing. Like, it takes a little time, fellas and gals. Like, You have to fucking allow this to happen. When you're just daily jumping back and forth, belligerent in your analysis, and you have a fucking talent that's right there, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace to watch these guys flip flop and loathe and love over and over, back and forth daily.
Yeah. Did
And
you hear?
You can't have nice things. You
Did
can't
you hear
have them.
Amon Ra today talk about
No.
everything that Caleb's dealing with, on social media and on TV? Just how
Amon Ra St. Brown.
Oh yeah, he goes, it's crazy. He's like, I feel bad for the dude. He goes, it doesn't matter what he does, good or bad, he's getting railroaded for it from everybody.
From a competitor?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He talked to him and Equinemius interviewed Rome, and he's like, everybody's, just out there riding this kid, and Rome's like, yeah. He goes, and if you go back and look at when Rome did his presser, he said, I think it was Pat Finley or maybe somebody else asked him, about Caleb Williams, and Rome's like, why don't you tell me? You guys are the ones writing the stuff about him.
Oh yeah, I remember that quote.
And so they, he brought that up because that was the same day that he recorded with the St. Brown brothers, and they were talking about it. And Amon Ra's like, yeah, he's like, it's just crazy. It doesn't matter what this dude does. He's getting real.
Let me ask you this, Shane.
Yeah.
What was last year for Caleb?
What do you mean, like his rookie year? Yeah.
There you go. It was his rookie year.
Yeah.
You have people that are supposedly professionals. Supposedly, I say that very strong. Saying, oh, he's got everything. You said he had everything last year, then turned around and said, this is the worst coaching staff. Pepe LeFew, if he really was a TTNL fan, Gary, where are you? You would have heard us saying, Chris Morgan sucks and is terrible. I would drive home this point over and over. I would drive home the point about DJ Moore and Cole Kmet over and over. The offensive line or lack thereof and how pathetic it was. These aren't excuses. This is a reality of what you put a young quarterback in. Whether you want to put it on Poles, George, Kevin Warren, whatever. You, the fan, have a responsibility to own up to the action that was in the past and kind of look into the tape.
And that's just
sitting there saying, look at what this fucking kid
That's called
did.
common sense, Phil. But in today's day and age and in the society that we live in, that doesn't get any attention. That doesn't get any clicks. This is the end of this is prove it or you're done for Caleb. And I'm like, really?
Prove it or you're done.
He was supposed to win the Super Bowl last year, guys. You didn't know that? His rookie year?
It's his second year.
Yeah.
A new coach, a new defense, a new offensive line coach, a new offense. We are going to have to remind people, and it's exhausting because it's on another level that I've never seen. And good on Amon Ra St. Brown. Good on those analysts that honestly speak truthfully through the eyes of the tape and not through some fucking fantasy football credit card that you fucking, charge up everything with your bullshit and have no fucking, you file bankruptcy and you move on. You never even fucking pay the bill because you just sit out there and talk shit about this kid. Like, are you fucking kidding me? The talent of Caleb versus Tyson Bagent is like comparing New York City and freaking St. Louis, Missouri. It's so different on every fucking level that we got a good backup developmental quarterback. Good. We also have one of the best talents we've ever had at the quarterback position starting. that we just beat the shit last year, and no one's out there speaking truth about it.
Well, and think of
We're
it this
defending
way: at the end of and then we'll bring Thaddeus out here because I know we're going over when we're supposed to bring him out. But
I apologize.
Think about it this way: when you look back at the fiasco that were the captains last year, 8 of them, no offensive linemen and stuff like that. But the players voted on it. Ben Johnson talked about it. The player vote spoke, and they weren't afraid to change. Like last year, Tremaine Edmonds was, I think it was Carm that talked about this on CHGO today. Pretty sure that's who it was. Tremaine Edmonds was a captain last year. He's not a captain this year. Montez Sweat was a captain last year. He's not a captain this year. They bring in a high money guy like Jonah Jackson's not a captain. I get it. And Joe Tooney is. But there's other guys making a lot of money. And guess who is? Guess who got voted as captain?
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams did. So that speaks to your locker room and the respect that he is commanding within the walls of Hallis Hall amongst the players. And Rome himself said to Amon-Ra, he goes, listen, we all know as players, guys that are bullshit, the guys that are out here doing that bullshit and that aren't bought in. And that's not Caleb. Caleb is one of the hardest working guys. And he's like, they were talking about how they just see it all the time. And Caleb doesn't get upset with it. He writes stuff down and he uses it for future reference as motivation because he's saying to himself, he's going to have his time.
Well,
so
I just hope a lot of people could say, and Caleb has his warts. I'm not saying every person does. They all have certain things, but the insanity level with which the Chicago Bears media, national media, and I would say 65, 70% of this fan base is almost rooting for your starting quarterback to fail. It's the weirdest thing. It pisses me the fuck off because if you really peel back the onion layers, because it was so stinky and shitty last year.
Yeah.
Caleb is the one bright spot.
Oh yeah, and I
get is a miserable showcase.
Let me bring Thaddeus out here and then I'll just wrap this up.
Does he have an intro?
He does not warrant an intro yet.
Fuck you, Bullets.
Go. We'll just bring him out to that. Thaddeus, what's up, man? We're gonna have
what's going on?
We're gonna have you pronounce the correct pronunciation of your last name for us.
Oh, wait, you guys have to have a guess first. I knew this was going to be brought up.
Okay.
Everyone always asks about the last name.
Okay, can I try?
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. It is Polish.
What?
Fuck you, Bullets.
Go first. Or do you want me
Go
to?
ahead. Where did he go?
I think he just bowed out.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I thought you popped me out.
No, I didn't. It's,
I don't know.
Your connection.
Yeah, your
this
internet.
I don't know what's going on.
Your
So anyway,
internet's-
let's say Krzus.
Oh.
Yeah,
Krzus. Yeah.
Krzus.
Yep.
All right. I was not going there. So
Krzus.
okay. How do you
His
feel?
He is silent but loud at
Yeah.
the end. Silent at first, sneaks up at you at the end.
Yeah, it's got the old silent Z and the S that sounds like the Z.
I was gonna say Thaddeus Zeus.
Zeus.
Silent the K and the R.
So Thaddeus, you're a married man. When you met your wife to be for the first time, and she saw your last name, and you told her that it was Krzus, what did she say?
She was just taken
Baffled?
aback, like she had no idea that that's how you pronounce it. I think
It's got a little bit of jackal in him. I can see it.
I think the only reason she kind of knew how it was pronounced was the fact that we both happened to work for the same team.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, there you go.
So you are a play-by-play.
I was in minor league baseball. Yeah. Then 2020 happened, and yeah.
Yeah.
The team kind of disbanded, or
No, it's just the minor league season was canceled, and things just kind of got rolling. So
Yeah.
Sucks. You do have a good voice here. I like the mic.
He does.
thank you.
It's
Thank
clear.
you.
How
Yeah.
did you find us? TTNL.
I was watching you guys back in 2019. It was when you're doing your tape reviews and putting them on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And then I just sort of stuck around and
Don't tell Aldo that. He said those things don't matter. I was like, Shane and I were like, yeah, 85,000 views. It does matter, Aldo. Sorry.
Well, let's get into it. Thaddeus was the
Glad you found us, Thaddeus. I'm glad you're here tonight.
The patrons shit down their leg last week. And
I'm sorry.
Didn't
Dinner ran
set
behind. What can I
anything up.
say, man?
Yeah. Thaddeus is like, I can go. Well, maybe I can go, but anyways, we're not gonna focus on that. But you guys see this new segment. We're gonna do this moving forward as long as the patrons can come through on their end. We're gonna have one patron on every week. They're gonna bring a couple of questions, maybe a couple of extra, that they would like answered. And if they're really awful questions, you guys can railroad them in the comments, and we'll also do it here live on air. So there's no pressure at all, Mr. Krzus, but this is your moment. So take it away, and we're gonna start it off with the gong. So
All right. As you guys were talking about, I mean, very, very questionable roster construction. To me, it seems like almost a Moneyball approach. You're looking to get most bang for your buck. Granted, they did have to pay a couple of guys this offseason, but it looks like they're picking up guys with not top end talent and hoping they get the best out of it. So with that, how can the coaching staff really get the best out of these guys? I mean, you were talking about the edge rushers. That seems to be really the biggest question mark on defense. You have left tackle with Braxton Jones on offense, and maybe the depth at running back. So how can the coaching staff really get these guys going, especially early in the season with new schemes on both offense and defense and a brand new coaching staff?
I'll start off. I think the biggest thing with the Bears is and again, we know they've been very much against addressing the defensive end position in the draft. But to me, that's exactly where it starts. And then you can supplement it in free agency, where you can go out and see some interesting players. Like if you went out and you had, all right, so you already acquired Montez Sweat. And if you, now to me, who's the kid from Georgia that I'm blanking on that we would have drafted at 10?
Mikael Williams.
Yeah, Mikael Williams. And that's the bad part with the draft coming after. They wanted to make sure that they had a guy in there, but again, it's because they have not drafted at all. I mean, you go back to the Thaddeus. I know that you've been with us here for a while, so you've heard me say under Ryan Poles, he's drafted 2 defensive ends, Austin Booker and Dominique Robinson, and neither one of them were drafted as high as a punter. He's also drafted 2 punters. So to me, it's got to start with, you have to go get your foundational pieces at that position in the draft, and then you supplement it in free agency with interesting players. Like to me, I know it's a guy that Phil likes, like Isaiah Foskey is available. Is he going to come in and give you 10 sacks? Is he going to come in and give you 5 sacks? No. But he's a guy that Dennis Allen is familiar with, and it's a guy worth taking a gamble on. I see no downside to it, but they're not even doing that. And that's, to me, I agree with Phil. It just seems like it's malpractice. You're like, all right, you know what? We're going to take this manhole cover and we're going to squeeze it so fucking hard, we're going to get something out of it. And it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I love Thaddeus's analogy about the money ball, and I never put it in my head like that. So I appreciate that, Thaddeus, because that I'm going to steal and use, but I'll always give you credit, because this guy, GM Ryan Poles, has a job. And we've done this exercise with me and Shane fighting or whatever, but if he's in the position of the GM and I'm fighting for this, at some point the GM is got to trump it based on, he's building the roster and you're going to have to do the right thing for the roster. At the end of the day, the coach is going to want and want and want. The way Ryan Poles has built this outside in, he did it before Ben was here. So it's very difficult to tell what exactly is going on. Ryan Poles is a weak man. I see it. And when my gut says these things, Carrie Franklin can attest, I am batting 1,000. I'm not wrong. I just think he's the wrong GM. He doesn't take animals. He doesn't take risks on players that play an aggressive style of football. Look at my guy, Ursery. We'll just use him. Well, there could have been some character concern. Did you watch the fucking tape? Like, character concerns or a left tackle that's getting fucking bent over backwards and bull rushed? When do the character concerns concern you? Pass rush, same thing. I don't know. Zadarius Smith might be too much of a personality for George. And if that's invading your decisions on this football team, which I believe it is with Ryan Poles, I do not trust him. I want to be wrong more than I want to be right here, but the smell, the stench of what they're doing, you and every person in the chat, what are the fucking weak spots of this football team? Okay, they went out, they addressed interior offensive line. That was weak. Who's been the GM? Ryan Poles. Drafted guards, failed, cut, signed Lucas Patrick, Ryan Bates. You know the story. Missed. Now he's doing it again. Jonah, Dahlman, Tooney. Okay, he got it right now. Got a new coach in there. The trenches have lacked any kind of hits except Darnell Wright, right, from him. Now we look at what are the weak spots going at the offseason. Left tackle, running back, right? Could have said wide receiver, but pass rusher would be left tackle and pass rusher and running back. What are the weak spots of the roster now, Thaddeus?
Pass rush,
same
left tackle, and running back.
There you see what I'm saying? Like, you have free agency, you have signings, post-cut signings, you have the draft, you have undrafted free agents. And where are the pass rushers? Where are the running backs? I don't see the improvement. Boston College right tackle, folks. Boston College, soft, nice kid, not going to cause any problems. Not going to. It's the same shit. So I'm telling you. So what are the concerns? The same thing. Same thing. Why is Rashawn Johnson here? Pillar piece. Have you seen that on tape?
Breaking news. The tape never lies. Network breaking news.
Am I the only one thinking this?
You know what? I got my hair cut today, and when the first time I looked in the mirror right after, I was like, God damn it, I look
Is
just
this like we're interviewing Timu Adam Hogue right now? Right?
I think Thaddeus has a better voice than Adam. I gotta upgrade. He's not no Timo. He's the Amazon version. Yes.
Thank you.
He's a mix of Adam Hogue and Dan Wiederer having a baby. What's her name? Stacey Dales. I'm Stacey Dalesing you.
Right.
If Adam Hogue and Dan Weeder had a baby, Thaddeus, that would be you.
Yeah, that was to Rome. That was awkward. Definitely.
On national television.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I think it's
My most
good.
flattering picture too. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Try our best.
We have the doppelganger, Adam Hogue.
All right, what do you got for us, Thaddeus? Go to
So
your next.
piggybacking off of that, we'll start with the pass rush. How can Dennis Allen help that out? Outside of just going crazy blitzing left and right, how can Dennis Allen help out the defense in that area?
Well, I think it's and Phil, you can speak on this better than I can. I think what fans default to is with pass rush is just automatically assuming it's, rush from the defensive ends. And that is going to be incorporated in the quickest, pathway to the quarterback is, right up through the middle. So I think you're going to get some of that with Grady Jarrett. I think Grady Jarrett's going to help a guy like Jervon Dexter. You got a guy like Andrew Billings that, actually showed a lot more pass rush than I ever thought last year before he got hurt. But they have some horses inside, and Shamar Turner is going to be obviously an ultimate wild card. And I'm telling everybody, don't sleep on Chris Williams. They like this guy. And
I like the guy.
Yeah, exactly. I like him.
I made the team. I mean,
so I think it's going to start there for them. But beyond that, Montez Sweat has to live up to his financial billing and play like he did when they first acquired him. But beyond that, Phil, it's like what we talked about. It's going to be manufactured pass rush, with twists and stunts, and you're going to see Kyler Gordon deployed and Kevin Byard deployed and Tyreek Stevenson deployed and coming from all different angles. And what can happen then? You play a veteran quarterback, you can get beat up top pretty quick if you don't get the quarterback down. So, but Phil, what do you think?
Well, you spoke it. You're gonna have to see a lot of games and twists to create matchups and isolate guys and have them win. But again, you're dealing with a different kind of anatomy, and I think that's what they're banking on, because Dennis Allen isn't, all right, let's win with our front four and play cover two behind it and then rally up and tackle. They're going to be more aggressive, so you're going to be looking at some zone dogs and miss late runs in coverage, flipping sides and strengths and trying to confuse. So I think that's where you're going to get some of your pass rush. And ultimately, we as Bears fans have seen this before. So everybody on this panel on the show, as well as in the chat, are going to be nervous based on the personnel that you have on your roster. I know the depth chart came out and they list their first team, second team, or whatever. I'm going to be interested in who. This is what happens every week, because if I am coaching and I'm running late, Shane will always text me the dreaded text of inactives versus actives. And then there'll be a guy in the past that played so well the previous week. And then you're like, and he's inactive this week. And I'm like, oh my fucking God.
Right.
Like, what are we doing here? And that kind of shit starts to play on you. So it's going to see if it's different here. I don't know how Devin Duvernay, was he necessary to have versus another defensive end based on what you have? Like, I'm looking at those, but Rashawn Johnson, what is he? Don't know. Could you have upgraded there? Is Cam, what's his name, an upgrade? What's his name? He got cut, former Ram, and he went to the Saints, I believe. What's his name? The running back. Florida State kid.
Oh, Jesus, Akers.
Akers. Is he an upgrade to Rashawn Johnson? I believe so.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree.
I thought Ian Wheeler was better than Rashawn Johnson. These are the things I got to ask. Like, what did Rashawn Johnson do? Sat out the whole preseason to prove that he belonged on the roster? Or was he drafted by your GM and thus he gets a pass? I'll give you Jalen Johnson, right? Rashawn Johnson, what do you fucking do to earn this?
Yeah, and D. Levine, Sweat's making 24.5. Yeah, the top end edges, because guess what? He's not a top end edge. But let's look at it this way. So right now he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th in the NFL. And now let me go to some guys behind him. Would you rather have Rashawn Gary, Phil, or Montez Sweat?
Rashawn Gary, yeah. He's a
Van Ginkel or Montez Sweat?
Well, Montez,
right.
Big Montez.
Well, I know your answer here. George Karlaftis. Gregory Rousseau. And I mean, it's just there's names behind here. Josh Sweat, Jonathan Greenard, Khalil Mack. Bryce Huff didn't live up to his thing. And then you're getting down. Guess who you're getting into here? Dio Adengbo. So the Bears have two guys in 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. They have two of the top 21 highest paid defensive ends. And they have one double-digit sack season on the resume.
I think Scottish Bear makes a good point. He likes this underdog approach. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to take the dog, not the underdog. The dog. Got to take that. Tell George, muffins, fine. Go cook. Bring them out to the players tomorrow, George. Charge them $5 a muffin. Whatever you got to do. But you need some dogs here. Is Deo a dog? I don't know. I don't want to be too hard on Deo.
No, because they haven't played. But if I was putting down money, Phil, I feel like I think that Dio is he's gonna make more of an impact internally on the line than on the outside. That's just what I feel. And you took the under, by the way.
Yes, I did.
On sacks at 4.5. You took under.
How much per season? For the blog boys, because they're going to be, he's not making.
Dio signed a 3-year contract for $48 million, signing bonus of 13.5, guaranteed at signing $29.5 million.
Okay, 29.5. We use that number, Thaddeus, because that's what he's been paid. Signed, paid. Don't worry about anything else now. If he comes away with 4 sacks, do the math for me. 29, 4 divided by 29. It's almost
over 7.
A little over 7 mil per sack. This is what your GM's doing. I have a problem with it because you're not swinging the bat up top where you're getting a developmental young pass rusher. You're swinging the bottle in free agency. You're playing spin the bottle with the hot chicks and 5 ugly girls. That's what Ryan Poles does. You know what? With a little makeup, this girl's pretty good looking.
Yeah.
That's what Ryan Poles continues to do. He's like, I don't know. He's the muffins man's assistant. Rashawn Johnson? No. Britton Brown deserves to be on the roster.
Over Roshan, I would agree.
100%. Comes in here, runs harder than Rashawn has ever shown me. More instinctive, more twitchy, caught the ball, blocked. What do you got to do? What is he? He's on the practice squad, but still.
Thaddeus, what do you got? You have another one?
Yes. So having said all of this, new coaching staff, obviously the Eberflus regime was nowhere near top tier. And because of that, the record showed. And with the way last season ended with 10-game losing streak, they go on a bit of a high by beating Green Bay. Finally get that 5th win out of the way. Moving into this season, the way everything is constructed, realistically, where do you see the Bears falling in terms of NFL ranking? I guess the best way I can put it is statistics. So like defense top end could rank like 13th or offense could rank 15th, something like that.
Defensive ranking, I mean, with the way that this is constructed and Dennis Allen, I mean, it's tough, man, because the it's going to come down to the pass rush, and obviously staying healthy.
But make sure that was answered.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes it's not
top 12 defense. I mean, is that's where I would be elated if that's where they go, but I don't know.
So even if
it's
the
hard
pass
to
rush,
answer.
If the pass rush is as bad as it could get, you think it'd be like a bottom 20 type of thing?
And again, I think it's going to be better on the inside than it is on the outside. So that's the wild card right there, because it's all the pass rush. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
People are just looking at it like it's mainly from the defensive ends. It's just that it's a big issue for any team. And when you're looking at what they have here, I mean, it is the ultimate dice roll for Ryan Poles and for Ian Cunningham. And you got to listen again. You have to throw Dennis Allen in there. Who did they talk about more than anybody this offseason on the defensive line? More than anybody. Dominique Robinson got praise all over the place. And listen, I think at the end of the day, and I don't want to say that he's better than he is, but this is a guy that was a tight end and a quarterback and a wide receiver in college. So his growth at that position, Dennis Allen himself said he's finally starting to figure it out, what it means to be a defensive end in the NFL. So that part of it's obviously, just the simple growth process. But again, on a good team, that is like your 4th defensive end or 5th defensive end. And right now, he's going to be getting legitimate snaps for the Bears, the way that they're constructed. And that is a massive, massive gamble to me. But I mean, I do love the fact that Dennis Allen is going to be aggressive. I think with everybody, I think you're going to see, at sometimes people are going to get upset because you're going to see the 60 or 65 yard touchdown, up over the top because they're so aggressive. But I would rather live that life than getting nickel and dime to death like we did, when Brett Favre was doing it to Lovey, or Aaron Rodgers was doing it to Lovey, and then to Eberflus, and with the cover 2, it's with the bend, don't break, and we want those 10, 12, 15 play drives. That shit drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Those are professional football players on the other side of the field too, and a lot of times, the Bears made a lot of great plays. They did, but they never got and won where we wanted them to be, and they never won consistently enough with it. I think when you're a young team and you have some young horses, you better err on the side of aggressiveness every down. I don't know if I really answered the question there, Phil, but what do you think?
I forgot what the question was.
Well, he was more so like, where do you think that the defense should statistically?
Defense or offense?
Defense and offense. I think it's an impossible That's because we understand the weaknesses. I think you're looking, a safe bet is you're putting your money on 15th. That's where you're trying to be, middle of the pack, little above, middle. So realistically, I just don't think you have seen enough again to tell what exactly. Like Dominique Robinson could come out and play better than I thought. He could pull a Darnell Mooney and go out there and beast. The play against the Chiefs, he's about to sack the guy and gets smashed in the back. You know, I saw more twitchy aggression in that one play than I ever have of the guy. I remember his first game, I believe. He had a sack, and that was the last one that I remember. He turned the edge, I believe, on Aaron Rodgers. I think it was the Packers, Dominique Robinson. And that was it. And I'm like, oh, okay, he can get the edge. Never again. I mean, he was on the verge of being cut last year, still here.
Right.
I don't know where you're getting your rank yet. I think that's
it's definitely tough to, and y'all being hard on Roshan because he didn't play in the preseason. Well, he didn't play in the preseason because he was hurt, like he always is. Most of the time, he showed he could get the hard yards since he's been here. Well, yeah, everything has been hard yards for Roshan. I mean, he averaged 2.7 yards per carry last year. And the issue is that he was sold to you as a foundational piece. That's the word from your general manager. Fourth round pick.
My Rashawn Johnson story is this. I think someone said it in the chat. I wish. Did I star it? Because I wanted to give him credit. No. Sorry. I didn't. But Rashawn Johnson was a backup in college.
Yeah.
He's a backup in the pros if he should be on the roster. I thought Britton Brown showed me more in my assessment of both players without injury and absence. I'm just looking what Britton Brown did versus what I've seen of Rashawn Johnson regular season, preseason, any season. And Britton Brown showed me more. And so did Ian Wheeler. Ian Wheeler's not here. Britton's on the practice squad. And then you want to try to tell me there's no politics. What's the difference? Rashawn was a 4th round pick, thus trying to save face in the fact that you cut the kid from South Carolina, the defensive tackle, Pickens. You cut, what was your Jatari Carter. You cut all of the offensive linemen you drafted late in trades, Zach Thomas in this first draft, all those guys. Who else did they cut? Another draft pick. Who was the other one? Fuck.
Yeah. Who was the? Yeah, it wasn't. Who was the guy that his nickname was Pig? Wasn't that under Poles too? The hell was his name? I know the guys used to call him Pig. I can't remember what his name was.
They cut Tyler Scott.
Yeah.
As well. Also a draft pick. So now you're going to cut another one and look back. That's a guy with balls says, yeah, we play the best. But like Pete Carroll would have said, I don't give a fuck.
Well, that's why we were concerned that Ja'Day Walker wasn't going to make the team.
Right. Right.
You know, and he deserved to
held
me.
On to Bayless.
To me,
Anthony.
To me, he deserves.
He didn't trade Bayless when he had a shot.
Walker deserves
That's
reps on
fireable.
game day because he can play on special teams for you. And we'll see how they do that. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they address that. So Thaddeus, we got our guy on hold. Are you in a rush to get out of here? You want to stay around for the over-unders?
I can stick around, yeah.
All right,
let
cool.
him stay. He's got a good voice. He looks like Adam Hogue.
He does.
You actually put Adam Hogue and we'll pretend like he's here with us.
Timu Hogue.
Adam.
You want to give our guy, Mr. Maly, his? I know you didn't upload the intro because it needs to be updated, but you want to give him the DDP off the cuff intro?
Sure. Wait, hold on.
Jeepers creepers. Jeepers creepers.
Jeepers creepers. Where's my music? Do I get a gong? Anything?
I can give you whatever you want. I mean,
Fuck you, bullets.
I need some music to spark me. How about my BHL rant music?
No, it's too slow.
Is it?
Yeah. Just do the Claudio.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know him from History Channel's Porn Stars. But he's even more known for his appearances here on the TTNL network. He's Jeepers and Creepers, giving you starters and keepers, not trapper keepers, Thaddeus. I know you were a big fan. But let's bring him out, our guy from Vegas to your hearts. The Thaddeus is the lookalike of Adam Hogue. Our Garner Minshew lookalike is our next guest. Let's bring out our friend and savior, Brett Maly. There he is.
Jeepers creepers. What an intro.
What's up, Brett?
How we doing, guys? Oh, man. Good to be here. As always.
We've made it. We've made it. Almost.
We're almost there. Yeah, exactly. We, hope rises anew after what was last year, which we're forgetting about, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks to you guys. I know it's too early for shout outs, but I got to give you guys a shout out. And I'm sure a lot of your patrons and viewers around the world would say thank you for helping us get through last year. Because I don't know if I would have if I hadn't had you guys to get me through, the Thanksgiving Day debacle and 6 or 7 other debacles.
Yeah. Oh God. I'm glad that portions of it is over. And it's, as much negativity that you can spew about the Bears and, the roster construction and all of that. The biggest thing that I always find myself defaulting to, just like in a moment that I may have to myself, is I believe in the head coach. I believe in Ben Johnson doing the right thing. And I never could sit down and say to myself that I felt that way about Matt Nagy. I didn't feel that way about Lovie Smith. And I know that sounds blasphemous to a lot of people, but he never figured out the offensive side of the ball. People just tend to forget that. And obviously, Mark Trestman and the defense was epically bad when he was here, and John Fox, and it just goes on. And with Ben Johnson, he inspires confidence with me, just even up at the podium, because he's saying things that I believe in. And even like, I don't know, did you get to watch the latest 1920 football drive that they released today?
I did. I watched it about an hour ago.
And just the little things of like, he blows the whistle, and for them to go to the next play in practice, it's all right, run there with a purpose. Little things like that, and it's not the fake forced nicknames that Matt Eberflus was forcing on everybody that was just completely awkward and never really made sense. And it seems like he is the guy. And you hear Caleb Williams talk about it, and Brett, you weren't on yet, but we're talking. Roma Dunze was on the Amon Ra St. Brown and Equinemius St. Brown podcast, and they interviewed him, and we're talking about how unfair they think it is how Caleb gets treated, on social media and on ESPN. Just no matter what he does, good or bad, it's just never good enough, and they railroad the kid. And Caleb doesn't let any of that bother him. He lets it fuel him. And Caleb's like, I'm the one that went to the Bears and said, I want to be coached hard. That's what I need to get the best out of me. I want somebody that's going to be there every day pointing out my flaws, telling me honestly, and it's just like, imagine we're getting excited about an NFL football coach doing something that seems like common fucking sense that should be happening every day. And we haven't had it in years. Years. It's crazy.
You know what's interesting, and I don't know if this is a good barometer or not, but I've been a Bears fan for ages, dating back to the Ditka years. And every year we get really excited coming up on preseason football. Preseason football, here it comes, here it comes. And how many times, year after year, do we get to that first preseason game and we're like, God, I look forward to that, you know? And I understand it's preseason, and you know, it didn't really matter if the Bears were good that year or bad or, you know, mediocre. But I swear this preseason, even though it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, I enjoyed watching it. It seemed like there was a purpose. It seemed like there was a passion. It seemed like there was an intent. It wasn't just perfunctory. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see how that translates. But I could feel the difference.
Me too. And I mean, just little things about Phil and I will be texting back and forth during a game. And I'm like, you got to go for it here. And forever. And it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, whatever. Ben Johnson was going into those drives knowing if he got to a certain point, they were going for it.
Right.
And those things were forced with Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy wanted to come across like he was an aggressive football coach from jump, and he never was. In the moment, he struggled to make a decision. He did not know. He wasn't thinking ahead. He wasn't playing 4D chess. Ben Johnson knows and has a plan. Now, is it always going to be executed properly? No, it's not. But at least the lead dog is going to put these guys in the proper position. Do you think he's not going to call a timeout when he needs to on Thanksgiving Day?
Right.
Of course he is. Our coach couldn't even do that. Drives me crazy.
I think you see someone who was what Brett said, had a plan, has a culture, his personality. I've talked to this audience for years about finding an identity. You can't be finding your identity 8 weeks into the season.
Nope.
Now, going into the first game, you're nervous. You don't know what's going to happen in football. That's the great thing about the sport. These are all pros, but you really are looking to kind of find your identity, where you're going to hang your hat. And when I look at where Ben Johnson started, he's never been a head coach. He's been an excellent, talked about play caller, and the proof is in the pudding. So anybody that's arms folded wanting to see it, I'm okay with that too. I have loved what I've seen from the coach. I have not seen this 1920 drive latest, but I really don't have to know that I see a plan and I see execution on the tape. I see plays that are run again with the same kind of intent to see if there's going to be improvement. I don't see all the gimmicks and tricks, and that gets me excited there. Hopefully, you know, Braxton Jones is named the starting left tackle. A lot of people, obviously, we all kind of predicted. I kind of hoped that it wouldn't be that, but we'll see where that goes. But again, that falls on the feet of the GM, not the coach. He's got to go with the best he feels is going to help the football team. And I think that.
Meanwhile, Calvin Banks is being called the best offensive lineman that New Orleans has, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it? And obviously we didn't have the chance for him, but let's not forget the pre-draft, you know, arms are too short.
You got to be a guard.
Yeah. He's not that good. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg. But yeah.
Well, in honor of your new segment, I do have a quick question for you guys, because we're talking about Ben Johnson. It kind of leads into that. And Thaddeus, if you want to jump in. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
You can call him Adam. You can call him Adam Hogue.
It's Thaddeus Krzus, right? That's
Krzus, yeah.
Krzus, okay.
Thaddeus as well.
Sounds like a good, like a Motown crooner, you know, the smooth sounds of Thaddeus Krzus. So very good. Nice to meet you. But I had a question, because I was thinking about this earlier when I was in the green room. And I think more so than just about any season that we've had, the first game is really going to tell the tale and probably set the tone for the rest of the season. I have a feeling, and we may get into projections later. I can go into my thoughts a little bit more then, but I have a feeling that Ben Johnson has been preparing for this game a lot longer than the 2 weeks.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think he's been preparing for this game ever since he was appointed head coach.
Yep.
I think Dennis Allen has been preparing for this game against a first-year quarterback, making his first start on the road in hostile territory since he got here. So I expect the Bears to look good. It may not be all sunshine and rainbows for the rest of the season, but I think the Bears are going to come out and they're going to come out firing. And if they don't, that's when I'm going to be nervous.
Yep.
What do you guys think?
I can buy it, and I actually think who was I listening to today? Can't remember who it was, but they talked about, you forget when you think about Ben Johnson and Detroit, you forget, you kind of default to Jared Goff putting up these big passing numbers, but you forget about the running game and about how much that has been to a Ben Johnson offense, where it's just just because it wasn't working didn't mean that he went away from it. And I think that that's going to be, a big part, because you're talking about a Brian Flores defense that blitzes more than anybody. And if you can run at these guys and make some hay, and listen, where did the Bears beef up their line? Internally, the two guards in the center. And I think that that's probably going to be much bigger piece of the game plan than everybody is expecting. And then it's going to go back to the DDP special that he's been preaching for decades, and people are like, oh, come on, this is the new NFL. It's not about I formation and smashing, smash mouth football. Well, it really is the end of the day. That's exactly what it's about. And then it's about having your athletic, high profile quarterback, go off action and then hit a guy up top for the, the 40, 45 yard, 50-yard touchdown. So listen, I went on CHGO last night, and I guess I'll break some news here with TTNL. I've been this way all off season, and am I excited about the season? 100%. Do I expect the Bears to come out and be clicking on all cylinders game one? No, I don't, because there's a lot of change there. I agree with what Ben said, and I love that he said it, is that we're not going to be playing our best ball in September. We're going to be playing our best ball in December and January. That part of it. That being said, my default, just as a Bears fan, you have to show me. Brett, you said it. We've been doing this for years, man. And you're like, when you and I were texting the other night, you're like, hey, maybe we can even pick some overs this year, because we've been burned by it. You know what I mean? Every year, and you're just like, fuck it, we're not going over this year. But that's the thing. And listen, do I want the Bears to win? 100%. I need to see these players get out on the field and coaching staff and everybody execute. I need to see it. I need to see it until proven otherwise.
Well, it's like you say, to your point, Matt Nagy's idea of, being clever was, running the T formation the first play of the game and doing the shovel passes to our emotionally challenged tight end, things like that.
Trey Burton.
That was, I think what I want to see, and you guys I'm sure want to see, is throw into a wide open receiver every now and then. Scheming guys open. When was the last time we saw that?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And
with a guy running a fade down the right sideline, dropping it in, carrying it through the end zone. It's a rare sight for the Chicago Bears. Although Caleb Williams was able to do it, if people remember Thanksgiving Day and how your buddy played against the great Detroit Lions, I think the quarterback played pretty damn well.
Second half, he was on fire.
Right? Yeah. So a timeout, snafu. These things are all forgotten under this this QB. You get a competent coach who understands situational football and scheming to get open. Obviously, it's a different animal. We haven't been there. And again, there's still fucking leaks in the boat with the ownership and the GM, and it's unfortunate. Bears fans just want us to be happy-go-lucky, and let's just go down that path.
Yeah,
You have to
changes. We can't say anything negative about change because change is always positive, and we know in Chicago that doesn't mean shit.
Meanwhile, I'm in a debate, guys, right now. That's why I was texting.
Oh,
I want a popcorn machine in the field house. I think it's a small investment. Shane, it's a large money gain. There's no negative to it. I just need some support from what say you?
Well, you can't go wrong with popcorn. I'm a popcorn guy.
Right?
Yeah.
The smell alone on a Saturday night.
I have a feeling Thaddeus is going to be like, just the kernels, they get in there.
I have a reason because I used to work
so
at a
I'm
movie
right.
theater.
I'm right, though.
He
Right?
worked at a movie theater.
I used to work at movie theaters, so just like the thought of popcorn these days just pushes me off. Even though when my wife makes it, she goes, "You want some?" I'm just grabbing handfuls.
Yeah, but so do you like movies?
Oh, I love movies.
All right. Well, you worked in a movie theater, right? So
yeah,
I'm not buying your analysis.
Well, he's a little.
It's the smell.
See,
when you walk
it's the
through,
best part of
being
popcorn
around,
is the smell.
being around it all the time, and then just having to dish it to these people that you just loathe.
We're getting in this debate here,
and they are a pain in the ass to clean. I agree.
They are debating. No, we'll just buy it and put it under a light. I'm like, no, get a popcorn machine. Brett, you live in Vegas. That smell resonating. You're gonna throw $4. You put what 20 cents into the $4. You're gaining.
Yeah. No, I'm pro popcorn. I think that's a good idea. You know, if you get the right looking machine, it's got a nice vintage look to it.
Yes, I have one of those in my house.
Yeah, I think they're great, and you got the smell going. You can get treats for whoever comes over.
You're a paint analyst. You come in there and assess the painting and its worth. You're a professional.
Right.
So let me paint this picture for you.
I'm just stuck on Thaddeus being like, "Ooh, gross. You smell that popcorn?" It's driving me.
Well, he's damaged.
It was having to work in it so long.
Working, constant smelling it. I get it.
Fucking
I'm gonna give
popcorn's so gross.
Thaddeus, my first Thaddeus ever. I love Thaddeus now. But let me paint this picture, Brett. It's a fall Saturday night. The lights are on. Sun has gone down. Then there's a chill breeze blowing through the air. And the popcorn machine is popping, and butter, that smell starts to resonate.
The autumn breeze is not a Raider. It's the popcorn, man.
It's the popcorn.
Right.
Bro, I go to Chicago. I got to go to Garrett's. I want our field to smell popcorn and have people buying it and little kids enjoying it. That's what needs to happen, Brett. Did I paint a good picture? I know you're pro popcorn.
All you need is an air horn to drown out the sound of the popping.
Yeah, right.
Well, we couldn't do the air raid siren. You heard that part of the show, I hope.
I heard
Thaddeus,
that part.
what do you get at the movie theater? Fucking snow caps?
No, I bring in my own candy.
You
bring it
way
in.
cheaper.
Now, you work at were you one of those people that were assessing people as they come in?
No, I was not an usher. First, I worked in the concession
Like, look at this
stand,
motherfucker's got the large popcorn. He's sick fuck.
Motherfucker.
Then I went up to projection.
Right.
I got to have my own private screens. They were awesome.
Nice. I'm jealous. I always wanted to work in a movie theater because of the fucking popcorn.
Because of the popcorn, right?
You get sick of it after your second shift, and you realize this is the only thing you're eating.
Now, Shane and Brett, here is our president right there, Michelle. She is the lone fighter of the popcorn machine.
Wait, what'd she say? We'll get him bags of smart food?
Yeah, she's trying to be funny here.
Come on, Michelle.
Come on, Michelle. There's no Brett.
Do you want me to send her the link? We can put her on Front Street and put her on video.
You want to? Yeah.
Michelle, come on. You want me to send you the link?
Get Michelle on the show right now to address her popcorn stand.
Thaddeus is going to be like, Michelle, I love you.
The autumn breeze blowing.
She's throwing
That's her daughter. Her daughter now is in the chat. Madison, are you pro popcorn? The whole chat is pro popcorn except Michelle. That has taken over the show.
Michelle has went silent.
No, she said send it over.
Well, you'll have to do that. I don't have Michelle's digits.
That's right. Let me copy this.
All right. Well, we can get into our over-unders while Michelle's getting her smart food together. What the fuck is smart food anyway?
Is that
it's popcorn? It's like bagged popcorn.
Oh,
bagged.
Yeah, that's
the worst shit. Like it sticks to your fingers. It's like what is that? Cheetos of popcorn. It's not good.
It's not bad, but it's not the same as hot buttered popcorn.
No.
Thank you. Especially on a fall Saturday night with the popcorn.
Well,
popping.
is it falling
Ads
into
are
Michelle?
popping.
Is Michelle? Does she have to make it?
No.
So as the president,
she's somebody else.
She's sitting up in her booth overseeing everything.
No,
is that what she's doing?
She works hard. She works very hard. But I don't understand the pop.
So I'm interested to know what her biggest negative about it is. It's cost.
Here she is. She's not afraid like some of these other people.
Oh, I've seen her pictures before. Yeah, I've seen her pictures.
We need an intro for her.
You're on the Southington
presidential,
right? I've seen pictures of Michelle. Want to bring her out? All right, here is the anti-popcorn lady herself. Oh, the booze are out.
There
Michelle.
she is.
Here I am.
There
All
she
right.
is, jumping on the show.
So
You're here.
Michelle,
Listen. Yeah.
tell me, why do you hate popcorn?
I love popcorn, but Michelle is who works in the concession stand.
That's what I just
and
said.
Michelle is the one who cleans the concession stand. Phil is out there.
All right, how about
footballing.
this? How about this? If you get the popcorn machine that Phil wants, it's up to the Southington Valley B team to clean it.
There you go.
The Southington Valley B team doesn't have time to clean it.
Oh, they do.
Look at Madison, our social media director is here. So if we get the popcorn machine, Phil has to clean it. So I'll be throwing out the popcorn machine
You
in
can get
2
the
to
little
3
baggies
weeks.
with the QR code on it to make donations for everybody.
Yeah. I said what we'll do is we'll get the big, huge bag from Walmart for $90 of the pre-made popcorn.
No,
not a fan.
And then that's what the movie theater does, right? That their popcorn's
Thaddeus is calling bullshit.
Coming in the back door.
Thaddeus is calling bullshit.
Unless things have changed.
He's the movie theater.
He's the movie
theater
guy. So bagged. That's only at Hoyt Cinemas.
No, 2025. They're not making all that popcorn. They're bringing it in a truck
AMC
from Walmart.
No. Thaddeus, did they pop the popcorn on site?
Unless things have changed. I mean, we popped it on site.
I go to the AMC. They pop it on site.
So Phil, then you need to be at the field on Saturday at 12 to start popping your popcorn.
Easy breezy. He can do that. We can get it. We can get him there at 11. We need to.
I'll get there at 3:00. Start popping them up.
Yeah, go ahead. Have a great time.
How many cheerleaders do we have? Cheerleaders can
our
pop the
cheerleaders
popcorn.
Our cheerleaders are like 6 years old.
We got
even better. Kids love popcorn.
They do.
Phil's popcorn dream. I don't know. We'll see. I said we could do the popcorn buckets like Disney World does, and we can put the M&M and the pretzels and the sauce on it and charge $12 a bucket.
Yes.
Oh, if it's in Disney, they're charging $28 a bucket.
Yeah, we're balling on a budget. We're balling on a budget.
All about Disney. She can have her own show and get.
Oh, you're a Disney big time Disney fan?
Yeah, I'm a Disney adult.
Jeez.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Disney. Halloween, Mother's Day.
All of it.
Michelle's at Disney. Man, would you like some popcorn? No, I brought my own from Walmart. Right?
Even Disney isn't popping it themselves.
I'm looking a giant bag around.
Jeff Krums says Disney pops their own popcorn.
Where's Jeff Krums? I'll argue with him tomorrow about it.
He is a Disney. We should do a Disney trivia. Krums versus Michelle.
Oh my God.
Syracuse versus UConn. Who's winning this weekend? Michelle.
Oh, it's probably Syracuse.
Yeah. Well, I'll be there.
Let's be real.
I'll be there at the game.
Yeah.
So I'll eat some Syracuse popcorn. Not from
Perfect.
Walmart, by the way.
Make sure to send some pictures.
I will. I'll send Phil over some pictures.
I can't wait.
Hashtag send. And I'll put hashtag Michelle on it.
I cannot wait.
What should Michelle's name? Like popcorn is evil. She's the anti-popcorn guy.
Popcorn diva. Popcorn diva.
I'm not cleaning the machine.
Hashtag popcorn diva.
Yeah.
We gotta
I'm getting one parent to volunteer. They will be the popcorn cleaner.
Okay, good luck.
As
soon as you produce that person, we'll talk.
I got her.
I need a contract.
Steph.
She works in your house. She will kill me. No, absolutely not.
Someone did say it's hard to clean the machine, but listen, you clean it up for the kids.
I got a guy that'll clean it.
Angelo will do it.
Perfect.
So mind you, there was no script of popcorn with our guy Brett Maly.
I was gonna say, was there nothing to talk about tonight?
Well, you guys are texting popcorn, breaking my balls, the whole popping up. And I'm like, it's popping up. Had to bring it up. I wanted the consensus from the chat is clear. 98% gotta do popcorn at Wolverine games.
This is
Great.
true. Could we fly Thaddeus in
Thaddeus
to handle the popcorn duties?
Right, that's what I'm saying. So when you all fly in to enjoy the game on site, then you can fly in and do the popcorn too. But now we're going to be live streaming, so nobody even needs to come. You can pop popcorn in your living room.
We're gonna have to get the link to share with TTNL fans. This is your good shot now, popcorn czar that you are, Michelle.
Yeah, see, it even says your name there.
See, popcorn czar, but I'm gonna share the live stream links with everybody. So
perfect.
He's gonna get the live stream, and you wanted to say something to the TTNL fans, right?
I mean, I definitely thank you everybody so much. I know we're having fun in here, but we all appreciate you guys so much. For real, you have made a huge difference in the league in the past 2 years.
You must have been at the top of your fucking class.
That was out of bounds. Whoever played that, I'm kidding.
That's
Welcome to TTNL.
Welcome to TTNL. Michelle's first appearance. This is the president, Michelle Jaquette, jumping on here.
I've heard nothing but positive reviews.
Yeah,
they better be.
From Phil.
She's outstanding, and all jokes aside, the popcorn czar side.
Yes, I mean, I've known Phil
you.
for a long time. I've had it up to here with Phil, at least.
Maybe down here.
Maybe down here a little bit, but yeah.
So we experienced the same Phil.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I could give you some stories. Let me tell you.
We can start shipping our popcorn.
Oh my God.
People will want Wolverine popcorn.
I'm sure. I can't wait. I can't wait for that to happen.
Well, wait till you find out about the 2026 rebranding of Southington football.
Oh, so that's not funny. That's not funny. I have a really good heart right now. Let's not ruin it. My stress level, I cannot.
We went through it once, Shane. And
we're not going through it again.
Oh, I was there for the tang-colored jersey mishap.
Oh, the debacle.
Phil was having a complete meltdown. Yes.
Yeah, he wasn't the only one.
Yes. It's been a journey, but we're here. We got the scoreboard. The cart is all in tip top. The uniforms are there, and we kick off this Saturday. C team at 4, B team at 6. So that'll be 7 o'clock Central. And we will be able to you'll be able to watch the live stream of the Southington Valley Wolverines.
Yeah, be
We'll
awesome.
share it on the patron side and everything. So hopefully we get out there and play the way we hope we do play. I believe, though. We got a good young football team. I'm excited. And I appreciate you jumping on here, Michelle.
She wasn't afraid.
Sure.
Afraid.
I'm definitely not afraid. I'll jump on anytime. You guys let me know when you
Where's your social media director?
Actually,
she's standing off to the side being afraid.
She's
totally
recording. So
okay.
She's totally afraid to come
She's calling Walmart.
Madison, you're afraid to jump on here? No, she's going no.
That was like a long no.
She's gonna come and wave. She's gonna come say hi.
All right, come say hi.
Hi.
There she is.
That's it. That's all you get. She's not
Poor kid.
feeling great. So
Poor kid's well, she's never had good popcorn.
She's heading to England.
She's heading to London on
we
Saturday.
have a lot of TTNL fans that are in London that might be able to hook her up with jobs, popcorn, whatever.
No, she's not allowed to work. She'll get deported. We found that out.
You can't work?
Yeah, she's not allowed to work. She's there on a student visa, so she won't be able to take a job.
How does she make money? You have to send her money?
She got that money, and mom's got that money.
Oh, Jesus.
She's living the good life.
We gotta start selling this popcorn, guys.
It's got to be.
We have to sell the popcorn so we can send SVFL marketing director to London.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's got to be at least one good European woman, right, Phil?
Oh my God.
That's an inside joke.
Well, she's American, technically.
Yeah.
Although Michelle is French Canadian.
Oh boy!
Shout out to French Canada.
I can't. Oh my God!
All right,
you guys are fun.
All right,
jumping on.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, TTNL. I appreciate
Thaddeus
you.
will be there soon. He's making this popcorn happen.
You start at 11 o'clock on Saturday, Thaddeus.
He'll be there.
I
I'll
only
see you
fly
there.
first class, though. Just gotta let you know.
Yep. We'll set you up. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Have a great night. She jumped on.
She did. Got to give her
Gotta
credit.
give her a lot of credit. Oh, she's awesome. And just to piggyback off of what she said, obviously, can't thank TTNL fans all over the world. Like the donations. I still remember Michelle. What the fuck? 4 a.m. Scotland's donating and Ireland. This is crazy. And poutine from Canada.
There you go.
So
my son's favorite.
Really appreciate you fans supporting these young kids and our football program. I think TTNL has raised over almost $18,000 for our football league over 2 years. So it might be even more. But in all honesty, just truly appreciate you fans that have done anything to help us. And trust me, the field, we finally have, I wish she was still here, we finally have fucking sprinklers on the field to get, the pop-up sprinklers that are supposed to come out. They supposedly were coming out. Meanwhile, we're on a hay field, just dead, like September 2nd. Now we're starting to see green grass because they finally fixed the sprinklers. So again, from TTNL and Michelle and all of the board members and everybody fighting to turn this program into what it is today. It's really something exciting. So,
well, let's get into some over-unders.
Maybe we'll get a popcorn sponsor, Brett. From
now I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I want popcorn now. It's dinner time out here in Las Vegas.
That's right.
If you guys keep raising money, you forget the popcorn maker. You can do like a pizza oven.
Yeah.
Michelle will end up getting the pizza oven.
Thaddeus is like, pizza? That's fucking disgusting.
Nah, man, Pizza Friday, baby.
I worked at a pizza place now that
It's got like the cheese and stuff and sauce. It's so gross. Anyways.
Thaddeus, where are you from again? Arizona?
No, I'm actually in Lakeland, Florida. Originally I'm from
Florida.
Chicago, but I live in Lakeland, Florida.
Okay. Lakeland, Florida. There you go. Brett Maly. Again, let me introduce
Got the
Brett.
prop sheets.
Pawn Stars and the assessor of paintings, art. What else do you assess?
Sculpture, paintings, prints, posters, all the P's.
What about
yeah, just
and money? Do you do
no,
that?
I don't
No?
do coins. That's kind of a specialized thing. I mean, art. I'm busy enough with that. The coins and numismatics, as they call it in the trade, that takes a special set of connoisseurship. So, but art, I've been in the art game my entire life, ever since I was a teenager, when I was actually hanging the walls and painting them,
Nice.
schlepping art. So,
What is your
my entire life is.
What's your most prized possession, art-wise, like of yours in your own personal collection? Like if you had to pick one thing that you would never let go, that's just going to be with you forever, art-wise, what would it be?
I have a cast. It's not the original, but I have a cast that was made from an original Leonardo da Vinci sculpture done in 1508.
I think you did tell us about that once, maybe. Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
I have that at home, and it's from 1508 is when it was done, and it's got like 500 years of history. One of these days, it's not really relevant to the first week of the NFL season, but one of these days I'll tell you the story. But the sculpture, the fact that it ever survived at all is amazing. It was during World War II, they saved it from a bombing in London. They took it out.
That's amazing.
Shuttled it to Italy, and then they brought it back, and it's been in about 20 different collections ever since, and it's been looked at by just about every major art historian. And
is that something that was in your family, or that's something that you acquired yourself?
That's something that I acquired myself.
Awesome.
I was introduced to the piece about 12 years ago, and I was part of kind of establishing its provenance, and I actually went to Milan to do some research on it, and it's part of an exhibition of it.
Yeah.
And again, this is I've got the cast. I don't have the beeswax sculpture that Leonardo did in 1508, but it's cast directly from it. So it's about the next best thing.
That's awesome.
Second generation from Leonardo, which is pretty amazing.
That stuff has always fascinated me. That is awesome. I love that stuff.
Well, you guys are history buffs. I mean, the Bears are the story franchise, and you got to be history buffs. And that's what I get off on with the art is, where it came from, what was the artist thinking when he did it, how it got to where it is today. And I really enjoy every minute of kind of unearthing that stuff.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man. You always bring it when you come on here. He lives in Vegas. We're going to do an exercise with Brett about prop bets.
We do. And remind me, I got another story about Vegas. I thought I actually had a text ready for you guys a few weeks ago. I thought I was going to be able to bring you guys out for the Raiders game.
Oh,
but I'll tell you about that later. That's kind of a sad story.
Perfect.
But
sad story.
But anyway, it's well, I'll tell you now. I thought I had 6 tickets to the Raiders game. The Raiders game is 2 days before my birthday. So I've been trying to get tickets, and I don't know what it is. I mean, part of it's the fact that it's at Allegiant Stadium and tickets are ridiculously priced anyway. But and the Bears, of course, they're a well-traveled fan base. So I couldn't find tickets for less than about $400 per each. And that's for not great seats. So I'm like, all right, I kind of had it in my mind. I'm not going to go to the game. Don't worry about it. I'll watch it on TV. I'm here in Vegas. You can watch it on TV no matter where you are. So I wasn't that worried about it. Then my wife called, and one of her friends on Facebook, who apparently had season tickets and had a whole block of 6 tickets, she was looking to sell. And my wife called me up. I can't remember. I was here at work, I think. And she's like, I've got the opportunity to get 6 tickets. And she told me the price. And I said, great. Yeah, go ahead and buy them all. And she's like, okay, I will. So at that time, I'm like preparing a text for you guys. Like, hey, mark the calendar. We'll see if we can get you guys out here. And later on that evening, I got home, and apparently the friend that my wife had, her Facebook account had been hacked.
Oh,
And it was a hacker that sold her bogus tickets. And
that
so,
sucks.
you know, about $1,200 later, I have no tickets, and my wallet's a lot lighter. So yeah, so that was
my God.
Yeah, so that sucked.
thought
That
the
really
popcorn
sucked.
story
I bet
was
you those
bad.
fuckers didn't like popcorn either.
Exactly.
So yeah, sad story. I'm still trying to scare up tickets. I've talked to several people that they've shown me some tricks and some ways to look for tickets, especially as it gets closer to the game. Tickets will sometimes the price will go down. So
Yeah.
I'm not totally giving up on it, but I tell you what, that was a major kick in the nuts.
Well, Braggs and the whole crew and Cap and all those guys are going to be out there for their, ESPN's going to be out there and CHGO doing their tailgates. So that would be.
We'll have to get you together with Greg.
Yeah.
I'd love to. I've never met him on the show. Obviously, I've seen him on the show a ton, but yeah, it'd be nice
Yeah.
to shake his hand.
Yeah.
You know,
his mother's
get back here.
great. His mother's great. We love her. Let's get into some over-unders.
What I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to make my $1,200 back, tonight. So, we know how profitable betting the Bears can be. Anyway, I've got the latest sheets. This talks a little bit about the Bears in general. It doesn't get into player sheets. I've got those here, but I figured we'd start with just kind of a general overview, kind of the consensus as to what the sharps here in Vegas think of the Bears' chances. And I will say this, from the opening lines back in April when they first came out to now, the odds for the Bears are down across the board. What do you think the current odds are for the Bears to win the NFC Championship?
Ooh.
Odds
700 to 1.
No, just to win the championship, not the Super Bowl.
Oh, the
NFC
NFC Championship. Okay. Jesus, I don't know.
I would say
1,000 to 1.
Would you say, Thaddeus?
1,000 to 1. He said 1,000 to 1. I'm gonna say 800 to 1.
Really? Wow. 12 to 1.
12 to 1.
12
yeah.
to 1
For the NFC Championship.
Yeah, 12 to
What
1.
is it? What is it
For
for
the
the
NFC
Super Bowl?
12 to 1.
Well, for the Super Bowl, it's only 35 to 1.
Oh, geez, I said that
It
was
started at 40 to 1. It's down to 35 to 1.
Yeah.
The Bears
why we
actually
don't live
have
in Vegas.
fairly short odds. Yeah, and
that's pretty
my
good
dad always tells me, my dad always says, and this is probably not something to say right in the middle of the show, but he said, futures odds are for suckers.
Yeah.
Because the odds suck and they have your money for the whole season. If you really want to try to make money, let's say, Thaddeus, you believe the Bears are Super Bowl bound, the best way to do it is to wait till they get to the playoffs. Let's say they're a wild card team. You bet what you would have bet on them, on the futures that first game, then you let it ride in the divisional round, and you let it ride in the championship, then you let it ride in the Super Bowl, and you'll probably make more money than you would, and you'll still have all your money the whole season.
Right.
So, but I think that shows that the sharps here in Vegas usually know what they're talking about. The odds are pretty short for the Bears. So
yeah,
I think that tells you something. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just looking at some of the other odds. Any teams you have questions on what their odds are?
Do you know how much Green Bay's jumped after the trade?
This last sheet that I got came out as of the 4th of August, so it wouldn't reflect the trade.
Wouldn't reflect it, yeah.
But Green Bay is a little bit shorter odds than the Bears. They've got Green Bay listed at 20 to 1.
20 to 1.
And 20 to 1, and that was the same odds as when the line opened. So our odds are going down. Their odds have stayed the same. But to your point, Shane, I bet you it's gone down probably, I'd say, to 15 to 1 since the trade.
Interesting.
I've got some
Super Bowl.
Yeah. What was that?
I was saying Courtney Cronin said they're favorites for the Super Bowl, I thought.
Well, that was her. Yeah, she felt like they're favorites now.
Favorites
for the Super Bowl. And
what would that odd be? 4 to 1?
Well, for the
what is a
Green
favorite
Bay,
on?
20 to 1.
Yeah. 20 to 1.
Oh, the
is
favorites?
that. So what would
Yeah, so
the
like,
favorites
what's
right
Philly?
now? Philadelphia. Philly's
Yeah.
5 to 1.
So
Buffalo's 5 to 1. The Ravens are 6 to 1. You know, and I, as much as I think Micah Parsons is a stud, I mean, you know how many Super Bowls the Cowboys went to.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's what we talked about last night, and I'm not saying that.
if we
I think
traded
it's
for Micah, all of
I
a
think it's
sudden we're
worth the
Super Bowl favorite.
It's worth
No.
the gamble, but their season is not coming down to Micah Parsons. It's coming down to Jordan Love all day, every day.
100%.
Yeah.
You said that on After Dark with Greg, and I thought I was listening to professionals out there. And then I was like, oh yeah, Shane is.
That's right.
Versus all these other fucking
And then
schmucks.
Pro Popcorn, right, Thaddeus?
Yes, Pro Popcorn. What was her name? Hashtag Popcorn.
I just
What
put
was it?
Popcorn Czar.
It's Popcorn Czar.
Yep.
That's what we're gonna start calling her around these parts.
Popcorn Nazi. Could be. I'd probably.
Well, his sculpture was in World War One. You said saved in World War
II.
One.
World War II.
World War Two.
Yeah, World War II. Yeah.
There you
But
go.
I mean, for 500 years, it went across Europe. It's very well traveled, very, very well traveled. It's, like I said, you know, going through and trying to discover all the little. It's taken me 12 years to get a pretty good handle of what happened during that time. But that's what the magic of you know, looking at these types of vintage pieces. You know, just, you know, in addition to the art, which of course is beautiful and has, you know, aesthetic value, you've got the historical relevance, and you know, of course, Leonardo da Vinci. A lot of people, not to get off on an art tangent, but a lot of people, you know, they know Leonardo da Vinci, but they don't realize what a genius he was in all facets. He was a master mathematician. He was an inventor. He was a musician. He was a botanist. He, you know, he did all these different things, you know, that, you know, even were more grand than his art. And his art, you know, somebody who's so famous for his art, you would think there'd be hundreds of paintings. He only has 15 paintings that are recognized as authentic Leonardo da Vinci, and he only has one sculpture known to exist, and it's the one that I've been, you know, doing.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So
pretty awesome.
We'll get back to football. I just got to ask you this, Brett. Like, after you acquire something like that, do you get inundated from other people trying to like acquire it from you?
Well, we haven't yet. I mean, it's not like I've promoted it or anything. We promoted the original, and the original's been on tour. It's been in Milan. It's been, you know, it was at an exhibition called Leonardo the Genius. And but as far as my cast, no, that's something that I've kind of kept on the down low. I haven't, you know, maybe now.
Maybe now someone's
you let the cat out of the bag, Shane. Gonna have to lock my door extra tight.
Right.
But yeah, well, we can talk. Larison's one of those few guys that probably could afford it. So.
Yeah. Kevin Warren will get you one of those high top seats upstairs in the Arlington Heights place.
Yeah,
we got to get out there for sure to a game.
Yeah, we'll have you over.
You got to meet Brett Maly in person.
Take your guys' hand. We're a mile from the stadium. We'll get you out here. Like I said, I really thought. And thankfully, something told me, I'm like, I'm not going to text these guys just yet. I'm going to wait till we have the tickets in our hand. And I'm glad. Yeah, that would have been a tough text to send back up. Never mind, you know.
Yeah. Whoops.
Scratch it off the calendar.
Guys, I'm sorry. No popcorn for you. I mean, no ticket for you.
No game for you. Well, what do you got next, Brett?
But we'll get it done. Well, just a couple more, just some interesting ones. Because now, you know, it used to be, the prop bets were pretty, you know, standard. You bet the over under, you bet the futures odds and things, but now you can bet like some kind of gimmicky ones. So they've got some, I'm just going to go through these. I'm not going to ask for your opinion on every one, but if you have any that you have comments on, jump in. But you can bet on the Chicago Bears odds to score one or more touchdown in every regular season game. That's plus 185. So basically, if you bet $100, you'll win 285. That'll be what you get back. So the Bears odds to sweep the Green Bay Packers this season in the regular season, plus 430. So basically a little over 4 to 1.
Almost did it last year.
Yeah, exactly. Chicago Bears to score one passing touchdown in every regular season game, plus 2,600.
Wow,
So if you
really?
think Caleb's going to go out and throw a touchdown pass in every game, he only has to do one in every game. And then Bears score a field goal in every regular season game. That's plus 5,500. So you bet $100.
Fuck you, Bullets.
Chicago Bears score one touchdown and one field goal in every regular season game. That's plus 8,000.
Wow.
And then finally, the Bears score one rushing touchdown in every regular season game. That's plus 1,100. So if you want to make some big money, if you really feel bullish on, DeAndre Swift, that
is that so. It's plus 1,100 for a rushing touchdown in every game, but plus 2,600 for a passing touchdown in each game. Is that what it was?
No. Oh yeah, that was right. Yeah, I'm sorry, 11,000 for a rushing touchdown. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I say 1,100. 11,000. Yeah, that you're right.
To me, I was like, holy shit, that's like exactly backwards, of what
11,000.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling me on the rushing touchdown every game. But yes, 2,600 for a passing touchdown every game. So
nice.
So if you want to get bold, that's probably the way to play these futures ones. Betting the 10-1 and the 12-1.
Yeah.
You're not going to get rich doing that. But at 11,000 to 1, if you really feel bullish, like I say, on DeAndre Swift or Caleb, that's where you can probably make some money. You could also make some money on Caleb, because his odds are pretty long to win. What do you think his MVP odds are?
Oh God, that's got to be He's got to be
plus 800.
300 to 1.
No, it depends on the casino, but I saw it anywhere from about plus 3,000 to plus 3,500.
Wow.
To win MVP. But if Ben Johnson is the favorite to win Coach of the Year by a landslide. I think he's plus 600. And the next closest is I think Mike Vrabel at plus 800. So if he wins Coach of the Year, some of these guys are going to have monster seasons. And who would most likely have a monster season? That would be Caleb.
Caleb, 100%.
So
now,
I think there is some value.
TD thing have to be Caleb, or is just a passing TD?
Just a passing TD. So if they do something fluky, really special,
which you'll see, with Ben Johnson. Yep.
Yeah. So just as long as there's a passing touchdown. Let's see here. Now his thing that we kind of have fun going around the round table on are just like the totals.
Yeah.
And the total for Caleb, I'll do his passing and I'll do his rushing. They have him in most of the casinos an over under of, let's see here, where is this? 3,650 and a half.
I'm banging the over on that all day.
Banging the over.
I'm putting the mortgage on that one.
Thaddeus.
The interesting thing is, on a lot of casinos now you can bet kind of a sliding scale, because I mean when they set that number, the 3,600, that's the sharp setting the number where they expect as many people betting over as under, so they want to do it in the middle.
Right.
But you can bet, like for example, if you think that Caleb will be the first Bears quarterback to break the 4,000 yard threshold, which I know we've talked about before, and I think Shane, you are on record of saying that you think he will this year.
Yeah, I do.
If you were to bet that, that's plus 225.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can make more money by doing that.
Are we all in agreement, or is everybody banging the over on that? Are you, Brett?
Yeah, I'm banging the over.
Yeah,
I am banging the over. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, because that's what 150 yards more than his rookie camp, because he was 3,500, right, as a rookie.
Yeah, and exactly.
All day.
Everybody likes to talk about what a poor season he has.
Yeah,
So
is there
I think
anybody in the chat that's a Bears fan that is going under on that? I'd be pretty disappointed.
Betting the unders.
I think the only way he doesn't hit that is if he has an injury and he misses like 4 games.
Let's not even bring that up, Thaddeus.
I'm just saying.
Well, and you bring up a good point, Thaddeus.
Yeah.
And I will say this: that a lot of people that are betting these, they have the mindset, okay, there's going to be a full slate of games and they're going to be healthy and all of that. But that rarely happens. I mean, I could see a scenario to your point where, let's knock on wood, it doesn't happen, where, Caleb misses 5 or 6 games and he may
Yeah.
be playing awesome, but that could cost him.
Sure.
He could have a successful season. We could be hurrahing, how well he played, but he still won't make that threshold. So,
Yeah.
So
What's his
Yeah.
over under for touchdowns?
23.5.
Over.
That's
Over.
less.
Over.
Yeah, that's less than I
definite
thought
over
too.
again.
Look at me being all
I'm with you.
positive. Wow.
Agent boys. Agent boys.
Well,
Yeah, true.
Arm is taking the under.
That's what Anthony just put. Yeah.
100%. Well, I don't
Well,
know about you
mentioned this
guys,
last-
but
I mentioned this last year, and it kind of came back to bite me. But we talked about how many mouths they had to fill last year with Keenan Allen and the
Yeah.
wide receivers we still have, and we said the one constant is Caleb's going to be the guy getting him the ball. So
Yep.
I think we all chose the over last year, and obviously it didn't come to fruition. But I think this year I'm with you guys with Ben Johnson. It's a slam dunk, I would think, as long as he stays healthy. Now, the interesting ones we get into are some of the skill positions, because again, that's where you kind of get into the thinning of the
The DeAndre Swift
distribution.
number is going to be fascinating to me for DeAndre Swift rushing yards.
Well, let's skip to him. What do you think about this? Over under 800.5 yards. So
Over.
he gets 801. It's an over.
I gotta go over on that. He was over that last year. He was at like 955 last year with a worse offensive line.
yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't even get that line, because and maybe that was set before. Maybe they were expecting the Bears to, have healthy backups, and there's going to be more competition brought in or something, because that just doesn't make sense.
I would probably bang the over on the yardage, but I may go under on the touchdowns, whatever his rushing touchdowns are, because I feel like that is where Roschon Johnson might provide them some value, is poaching the goal line touches. And he may, Roschon may have 250 or 300 yards rushing, but he also might have 12 rushing touchdowns. That'll take away from
Good
DeAndre
point.
Swift.
So what do you think they have the line set at for touchdowns?
5.5.
8.5.
Eight and a half.
Nope, Shane got it right on the nose. 5.5.
I just think that they know that's because if you look at when he was in Detroit, his it was Jamal Williams had like 16 touchdowns that year,
right.
and DeAndre Swift, I believe, had 5. And then Detroit moved off of him, so that's kind of where I got my number from, right there. But I would bang the under on that.
Under
5.5.
What do you
Yep.
think, Bill?
Yep, I would.
I'm going to take the over.
Yep, I would go under on it.
What do you think?
Just
Thaddeus?
rushing? Just rushing.
Yeah.
Just rushing.
Just rushing. That's not receiving. It's just
Right.
rushing. 5.5.
I'm gonna go over, but I think it's only like 6 or 7. He's not gonna go way over.
Yeah, I'm with you. I see an 8.
He had 6 last year in Chicago. So
How many yards did he have, Shane?
959. But that was the lowest average of his career was at 3.8. It's the only time he's ever been under 4. So under Ben Johnson, he was at 4.6, 4.1, and 4.5 or 5.5. I'm sorry. So
Yeah, I don't get
think
that line.
he's getting 8.
I'm pounding the over all day long.
He's getting 8 tutties.
yeah, well, I hope he does,
yeah.
but yeah, and then that's the name too we forgot about too. And it might not be Roschon. It very well could be Monangai. The very similar physical runner,
Right.
poaching. So, and again, Ben Johnson is connected to Monangai. He's not connected to Roschon. So
Right.
Are either one of those guys back to practice, Monangai or Roschon?
I didn't see today. Maybe somebody in the chat has it. I know Jalen Johnson was back today for the first time. You know, probably no
Right, I saw that.
coincidence. Probably no coincidence that they gave him $8 million today in a contract restructure. Surprise, surprise.
Hold
But,
in.
I might
maybe?
show up for $8 million.
yeah, me too.
I would fucking buy a popcorn machine right away.
Do you have an over under for the Bears' other running backs?
No, I tried to find them just to see if they had something, but no, I couldn't. I don't think they knew who they would be, you know, and
Right.
in some respects, we still don't know.
So Anthony Padgett is
I
saying
couldn't
that
find
Roshan was at practice today.
And SAP
Manungai, yep.
says
That's
Manungai was
good.
back.
But
I would trust Manungai. Is
TJ
it
Edwards.
Manungai or Munungai?
It's Manungai, right? Or
Sounds like-
I
Manungai.
think so.
Yeah.
Manungai.
But no TJ Edwards today at
Hmm.
practice.
Oh man,
So that's
I
a
picked him
concern.
in my fantasy league.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You're picking linebackers in your fantasy league?
Hey, you got to pick some defensive players, Shane.
Interesting.
Yes, I took.
Well, let's stay on the offensive
Really
side of the
interesting.
ball.
Yeah.
This exercise here. For the skill positions, this will be interesting because
Yeah.
you know we've got quite a few good ones.
Whatever you have for
Uh,
DJ Moore, under.
Well, you think so? DJ Moore over under yards 950.
Under.
You go
I'm,
under.
I'm going under. Yep.
Wow.
I am going under. I think Rome assumes that role, and I think that, I mean, as much as we bagged on Cole Kmet, what did Cole Kmet have last year for yardage? I mean, it's not like it was a ton, but you can't forget about Colston Loveland is going to be a big part of what these guys want to do, and that's going to cut into it. And I think Luther Burden's going to be. I don't think obviously he's not going to put up huge numbers, but they have legitimate options. And let's not forget about a guy that we haven't even mentioned yet. Is OZ.
Zacchaeus.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Zacchaeus. That's going to cut into it a big shot too. So maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going under on DJ there because
You know, it is interesting.
they're using him in the backfield too.
Yeah, and it seems like they've gone out of their way. You know, the 1920 video and everything else to really make Adunze kind of the face of the franchise in a lot of respects. Besides Caleb,
They should top 10 pick. Yeah.
Yeah. So their expectations are sky high. So that's a good point. But 950,
my fantasy draft.
I think I'm going to go over just because I don't think he's going to go for 1200, but 950, you know, I think he could do that and still have a diminished role.
Sure.
I agree with Brett. I'm going with the over.
Yeah.
950.
I think he gets between 950 and 1,000. I don't think he gets. If he does go over 1,000, it's probably like 1,050. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we got 3 overs and 1 under.
Yep.
Shane's going under.
Going under.
How about touchdowns? He's set at 6.5.
Under.
Under. Yeah.
I think that's where Loveland's going to come in.
Right.
Real heavy.
I got the over. He's getting
over.
9.
Oh, you said it was 6.5?
Yeah. I got
for DJ
touchdowns for him.
Yeah. I'm going to bang the under on that too.
I think we finally have a head coach who knows how to use tight ends in the red zone. So Matt Levin will actually score this.
Where were you at with it, Brett? You were on the under?
I said under. The interesting thing, I had to check because I wanted to make sure it was just receiving, because with them using him in the backfield, he might have an end around and get a touchdown or 2 that way. But it's just strictly receiving. So I'm going to go under. I mean, I could easily see 5 or 6, but that's under. So
yeah, that half can fuck you. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's why
they
put
always
that in
like
there.
to include that. Those
half gets you.
And then our other shiny new addition you just mentioned, Shane, is Colston Loveland. Where do you think they set the totals on him for his yards?
500.
I'll say.
What do you think, Shane?
650. That's probably seems high.
I think lower. I think it's
That
going
is,
to
you
be.
gotta-
I think it's going to be. I'll just put it at 400 and a half.
You guys are all pretty close. 550.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty close. I was 500. That's right there, Brett.
That's close. we're not doing horseshoes and hand grenades.
I lost by that half again.
So is that where you think he'll be? You think he'll end up at 500? So that would be the under.
I'm thinking under. He should be over based on where they drafted him.
Yeah, but again, so Sam Laporta as a rookie had 60 catches for 700. Or no, I'm sorry. As a rookie, he had, Jesus Christ, 86 receptions as a rookie, 889 yards and 10 touchdowns. I'm banging over.
Shane's going over
on that.
So is
To
Nicholas.
Shane's point, though, Laporta didn't have Komet beside him.
Yeah, that's the big thing too, and that is a great
Didn't he
point.
have Hawkinson.
No, Hawkinson was traded, then they got Laporta.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it? Didn't they trade because it was?
I thought they traded him after Laporta.
Were they together?
I don't think.
I don't think they played side by side.
I don't think so either. But my thing is, this is truly Ben's shiny new toy that he clearly handpicked, and it seems like that they're going to make him a sole focus. And if there's going to be anybody, you guys have heard me talk about it on here. If there's going to be two guys that are off of this roster in the offseason for financial reasons that are players that can still play, to me, you're looking at DJ Moore and you're looking at Cole Kmet on the offensive side of the ball. The choo-choo train even agrees with me.
Yeah, the train's coming through. The train of truth.
So I'm gonna
go ahead.
Tight end is a really hard position, so that's I can honestly see both ways, but you said it was 550.
550, and then they snuck in that half, so 550.5.
Gotta love the app. I'm still gonna go over. I'm gonna go over, and I have a feeling on the touchdowns for him. I think he's going 8 touchdowns, but I feel like his number will be lower. Like the what are the touchdowns? 5.5.
Well, you're well over. Their line is 4.5.
Wow. Yeah, I'd definitely go over on that. I think he's going to be a big part of this red zone package, and I think that's when I'm going under on DJ. I think he's going to be one of the guys that's making up for it.
I'm over on the touchdowns too.
You got how many touchdowns do you think, Shane?
8.
8.
Yep.
So my question for Loveland: who's the better at helping block on passing plays, Loveland or Komet?
Komet.
Yeah, I mean,
in the way.
But you have to look at it this way, Thaddeus. He was not drafted in the tight end for blocking at any point. That's
right.
Not why he's here. You're drafting him in the top 10 to catch the football and score touchdowns.
Go downfield. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And he's 21 years old. He's going to get better at it.
I guess I could see over 550.5 then.
If you go back to the 2007 draft when the Bears took Greg Olson, I think it was like 30th.
Yeah.
Mel Kiper's like, he's not even trying to block. But again, that's not why the Bears were drafting him in the first round. You see Loveland, he's got the want to, he just needs experience. He's not shying away from it.
Yeah, he's not afraid. I think Nicholas puts it right. You see the effort.
Yeah.
Cole Kmet, when you have poor technique, but you have size and you don't put effort, that's what you get. That's why I'm hard on Kmet, because you could be great, but you don't do it to be great. And Loveland has that disposition. I know we talked about dogs earlier, that the Bears kind of fail in that department. I think Loveland has that. And Walker, the undrafted, there's a dog in there that you see. They want to make plays. They attack the football. Those types of things you need. And I think Loveland has that in droves. I think Loveland could be the better blocker, but to the point, he's a better receiver than Komet. So now you put Komet in to do the dirty work and allow this guy to separate, which is his strength. So that answers.
So are we all going to go over? I think I might.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm over on that. Yep.
Yeah. You guys commented on it, and I thought it was an astute observation during the preseason. Was if it's possible to hide somebody in the preseason, the Bears were hiding Loveland.
Yeah.
You know, they had Luther Burden out there all the time. They, you know, but you know, they were talking about Colston Loveland like he was already a starter. He was already entrenched. He'd already earned that trust that Ben Johnson had talked about so much. So I think they've got big plans for him, obviously.
Yeah. And again, they're not going to shy away from it. I mean, just Sam Laporta, I wouldn't. I guess I forgot it, but 86 catches as a rookie, and that was a guy they took in the second round. You're talking about a kid that they invested top 10 pick in. That's
where do you think that this is a question for Phil? What could be for either of you, but how does Colston rank as a prospect versus Laporta?
I liked Laporta.
Yeah, we were both high on Laporta. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't top 10 pick for Loveland. I didn't have that.
Loveland's got more wide receiver skills to him.
Yes.
Overall, but I mean that
Laporta
might just be
has
body
tight end.
Laporta's body is filled out more. Loveland needs to put on weight. You know, Phil brought up a great point comparing him to, I think it was Joe Jurevicius. You know, and good wide receiver back in the day, but he's very, very. He's 21 years. I believe he just turned 21, like literally pre-draft. So that's he's very young, but listen, his background matters. You know, you saw how he grew up and on the farm and out there, you know, doing that hard work and you know, he wasn't given anything. So that's a guy that's going to put in the work and his body's going to fill out. And listen, tight end that's a tough ass position to come into the NFL and produce that, but it doesn't seem like the Bears were alone in their love for him because you know Ian Rappaport had that report out there on draft day that there was a ton of chatter of teams trying to move up into the top 10, and all the phones stopped ringing after the Bears took Loveland at 10. Would I have done it? I wouldn't have. Just being honest, and that it's not me going against his skill. He was my tight end one all day. But
so a little bit of precedent with teams that have two viable tight end options going way back, 2010. I realize it's New England Patriots. They had Tom Brady. We had Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski. Hernandez, 563 yards, 6 touchdowns. Gronk, 546 and 10.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what these two can be. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But
yeah, I mean, Cole is
distribution of wealth.
Yeah, Cole is neither of those. I mean, I don't think Loveland is yet either, but it's I don't know. Like I said,
potential for Loveland to be is way.
I think that the Bears actually have the Bears have quality beyond those two at tight end, and I think that was very specifically done by Ben Johnson because listen, I'm a Cole Kmet fan, but there was a lot of issues last year. There was a lot of chirping last year by Cole when there didn't need to be. And what louder
if I remember correctly, wasn't Cole a captain last year?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing we talked about before you got on here, Brett, is it's a testament, I think, to the Bears players is that none of that shit mattered to them this year when they voted.
Right.
Cole was a captain. He's not this year. Montez Sweat was a captain. He's not this year. Tremaine Edmonds was a captain last year. He's not this year. So that's, I mean, that in the Cole's been extended. He's making money. Montez Sweat makes a lot of money. Tremaine Edmonds makes a lot of money. I believe it was Carm was talking about this on CHGO earlier today, is that the Bears top end guys that are making, you know, a lot of money that were captains last year didn't get voted back in this year by the players. But the guy that's taken all of the shit from everybody nationally and on social media, Caleb Williams, he got voted in again as a captain. And I think that is something that everybody should focus on. It says a lot.
Might have to have a leadership council meeting and figure this out, Jay.
And we have an offensive lineman in there. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
The thing I found interesting, and this is a blight against our esteemed GM, was that all the captains, with the exception of Caleb, are free agents.
Yeah.
No homegrown captains.
Yeah.
Except for Caleb.
Yeah. It's true.
Don't speak the truth, Brett.
It's a problem.
Not the Bears fans.
Jalen Johnson was the other one. He was a captain last year, not this year.
Not the 50% of the Bears fans. Our fans seem to embrace the truth. For Phil and Shane aren't speaking devilish tongue of football. We're actually speaking the truth and calling out the devil or the demon that has been whoever you want to put there, McCaskey, the Bears, Virginia McCaskey. All of a sudden, she's Saint Virginia. No, she ain't. But
so how does
keeping it real?
How does Vegas feel about Rome?
Well, I think I know which way you're going to go, Shane. They have him at 850 yards, 850.
Less than DJ.
Yeah,
less
100.
than DJ.
Oh, there you go, Shane. There's your bet.
Well, yeah, listen, I think, well, he better assume the number one wide receiver role. Year 2, top 10 wide receiver. You better assume that role, or to me, it's a problem. So just from that, I'm going to bang the over. And what was it? 850?
850.5.
0.5. He better go over. Because I mean, got him
over.
He was almost at that in the chaos last. Wasn't he like 750 as a rookie?
Yeah. I mean, the Bears were one of only 2 teams with 3 receivers over 700 yards.
Yeah.
So as bad as last year was, they still, made some stats.
I don't know how Caleb, man, he can't do it, but it's nuts. It's funny, Brett, when the numbers also go along with the tape when you're looking at the quarterback, but yet this quarterback has taken abuse as if he's a bust, like some Jamarcus Russell level shit. And it's like
crazy.
The complete utter opposite of truth. Yet the mailman, no offense to Shane, or the girl at Dunkin' Donuts, and then the guy that's crossing the street that's nice with his fucking beagle puppy, all think that Caleb Williams is some sort of demon piece of garbage bust quarterback. And it's a problem. It is a serious fucking problem. It's not even true. It's not even true. It's where a person should. Have you ever seen this? I've never seen this. Although someone made a good point. I don't remember who said it, but we remember how they treated Jay Cutler at the time. Right.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say about Jay. I mean, I was, that's a nice thing about YouTube. You can watch old videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was watching a highlight. It wasn't even a highlight. I think they were playing a game in 2012. And Jay, I was like, God, I forgot how good he was, or could be.
Yeah.
He made some
all the talent in the
amazing
world.
throws.
Yeah.
All the talent in the world. And I mean, I have to think maybe some fans are a little bit scarred from that, just, because Caleb, not to say they have the same demeanor, but, he's a little bit of an oddity. And, so was Jay. And I think by extension, they're holding that against him. But I don't understand how you can, because if you watch Caleb and you see those 1920 videos, now, again, those are homegrown videos, but you see the enthusiasm, you see the work ethic, you see the drive, which you didn't see in Jay. And then you combine that with, watching the tape, seeing the accuracy, seeing the throw, seeing the presence. I don't know how you can be critical. I mean, you can be critical, but not unjustly so.
Unfortunately, I just think it's in the society that we're in today, and I know I'm probably going to get pounded in the YouTube comments tomorrow by saying this, and Phil, you and I have talked about this, is when you look at Justin Fields, when he was here, he looks like a Marvel superhero when he's in his Bears gear. And people look at that and they're like, oh, I can get behind that. That's what I want, my quarterback. Caleb's not built like that. Caleb paints his fingernails. Caleb loves fashion, and he dresses a different way. But just like Caleb said, all of those things that I do are things that I want to do that affects nobody at all. But unfortunately, the people that want to have an issue with Caleb, those type of things matter to them. The way that he dresses, that he paints his nails sometimes, that he was emotional in his last college game and hugged his mother. All of that stuff, they think that makes him lesser of a person because he does that. And the people that are judging him that way, they probably should look more inside and focus on where the real problem is, in the mirror, right? And I think
like the guy.
I think that's like Ryan Clark comes out on national TV and says, Caleb's gonna get the Anthony Richardson treatment by next year. Why? Anthony Richardson's thrown like 11 touchdowns.
Quit
in 2
in the
seasons.
Middle of a fucking game.
Quit in the middle of a drive in the fourth quarter.
Like he should do.
Right.
Ryan Clark should be the Anthony.
Where's the
Richardson.
comparison? I mean, he's not a middle of the road safety like you are, Ryan. He was the number 1 pick in the fucking draft, surrounded by chaos, and put up very respectable numbers in the process.
There's another level to this. There's this homophobic distribution of narrative, taking shots in this quarterback. I've never seen. I have people sending me these memes like, why would you ever send? It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
It is, yeah.
It's embarrassingly bad.
It's low hanging fruit, unfortunately, Phil, for a lot of fans.
Disgraceful.
He's the number 1 pick, and I honestly believe that I believe there's a narrative within, I don't want to say all media, but most media, that they want the Bears quarterback to be bad because it's such low hanging fruit. It's easy clicks for them because Phil and I are started TTNL because of our love of a team that really does not love us back.
100%.
You know what I mean? But we're there. We're faithful to them. We're talking about them 24/7, 365 because we're a rabid fan base. I mean, are you really going to tell a Bears fan that they're not loyal? Holy shit. I one of my biggest things when we had my son, I'm like, yeah, he's not picking his own football team. No fucking way. He's going to be a Bears fan. Right. He's going to suffer with me. You're goddamn right. Because there's going to be a payoff. There will be a payoff. But that's all part of it. The media wants this low-hanging fruit, and it's going to change. I mean, when was the last time the Jets had a 4,000-yard passer? Does anybody know?
No.
Look that up. It's forever ago. Nobody ever talks about it. They've had one.
Joe Namath?
No, it wasn't Sanchez. It was who was the short guy?
Ken O'Brien?
No, not Ken O'Brien. No, the guy, short guy with the shoulder problems. What was his name? He played for the Jets.
Pennington?
He actually been really good. Pennington, yes.
Chad Pennington?
Was he 4,000 yards?
I'm guessing it's Ken O'Brien or Vinny.
The only New York Jets quarterback to achieve a 4,000-yard passing season happened in 1967, and Joe Willie Namath.
Oh, wow! First guess was right. Fuck.
Right. Yep.
Kenny O'Brien and all
do you
those.
Do you know how many yards he passed for that year?
Yeah,
4,001.
4,007.
I thought it was 4,000 on the notes.
Yep.
Oh my God, 4,007.
But do you ever hear the media talk about that?
No, you're right.
Well, I think patrons, and the nice thing about what you guys do is you preach the truth. You preach, from the tape and from your what you've seen with your own eyes. you're not, reading what's been regurgitated by these biased reporters and things. So I will give a lot of the fans, a bit of a break because the media is more biased than anybody. But you guys are cutting through that, which is good.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, we also take a lot of flack for it because people listen. We're gonna call it out. Like I said, who didn't love DJ Moore 2 years ago? But there was a lot of things last year that showed up for DJ that were a fucking problem. Ben Johnson talked about them. I was in Buffalo and witnessed one of the issues 3 feet from me that I called Phil. I'm like, you're not even going to believe this. It's just, crazy. Those things all matter. And it's, I don't know, but we're worried about a kid that loves fashion and paints his nails sometimes. It's hilarious. It's crazy.
Could you imagine Jay Cutler leading a cheer for Caleb Haney signing an extension?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
God.
It's and I mean they showed that it's a great point, Brett, because they show that, but Phil, they show that on the 1920 football drive today. Because Caleb's like, I've had a great day today. Who's had a better day than this guy? I mean, you're talking about Caleb's contract is fully guaranteed. Tyson, listen, it's $10 million, which is fantastic. $10 million ain't shit for Caleb Williams. He made that at USC.
100%.
Tyson Bagent. And by the way,
everything life changing.
By the way, where did you hear about Tyson Bagent for the first time? Wasn't anywhere else but here. It was TTNL. And again, Ryan Poles,
Shane Marsaw.
This is how we overanalyze everything. Brett, you watched it today. You know what stuck out to me about 1920 football drive is Ryan Poles saying how excited they were with what Tyson was doing in college. He goes, yeah, we were positive we were going to have to draft him. He's a fucking quarterback. And you took the gamble. You're in the 7th round. I was screaming on draft.
Another indictment
fucking
on
take
the GM.
the quarterback. Take him.
He lucked into getting him then.
Why would you gamble?
I haven't seen
that
it,
position when you're in the 7th round.
Sorry, Gary. Another indictment on your GM.
You needed Trenton Gill.
Gotta get Trenton Gill. Punt god, Thaddeus. He was the punt god.
It's crazy. But yeah, that's my rant for the night.
There's a lot of rants tonight. A lot of fun tonight.
We're excited, man. Football's back. What's the touchdowns on Rome?
You want to take a stab? You want to guess?
I will. I'll say 6.5. It seems like they're low on everybody. 6.5.
6.5 sounds right.
Do you have a guess, Thaddeus?
6.5 sounds right.
5.5.
5.5.
5.5.
I'll go over.
Yeah.
I'll have about 7. 8.
Gotta go over.
Yeah, because DJ was.
Also, remember
DJ was 6.5.
Yeah, DJ was.
They weren't going to cut. Remember,
they're not. Vegas is very low on Rome.
Well, put the money, Shane. You're the smartest man.
I'm gonna bang the over on that.
Larison, Shane's giving you a Shaney the Greek.
Did they give you? Do we have for Zacchaeus?
No, I couldn't find Zacchaeus.
Yeah, that would be very interesting numbers to see where they're at. Because I mean, that's another thing that Caleb
Kings might have that shit.
1920 talked about it with Caleb. He's like, that's my guy right there, 14. And talking about the report.
They didn't have Zacchaeus. They didn't have Luther Burden. My guess is if I just putting my my own head in the mind of the Sharps, they would probably set Zacchaeus, I would guess, at around
400,
450, somewhere in there.
Yep. What's the over under on number changes for Luther Burden? Since we've had 2 already.
17.5.
I think it's 3.5. Ironically, that's going to be his new number, 3.5.
Yeah.
Yep. They had to put halves in Halisol because we've retired every number.
Right.
Just going to put a 0.5.
What is we didn't do the win. Did we do the win total for the Bears? What is it?
Don't
The
pick
wins,
on
yeah, you
Virginia.
That's
What are
like
they
the lead story. We should have started with that
Six-
first.
What do
They're
they have?
8.5.
8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
Over under Thaddeus.
Man.
I'm in prove it mode. I gotta see it.
Hold on. The guest goes first.
Go
Jay.
ahead.
Jesus.
So I think if
Gary.
this coaching staff was in place last year, they hit at least 8. Man, I think at best I have them winning 10, so I'm gonna go over.
He's going with the over.
I think they get off to a sluggish start, pick up wins and losses, but then somehow just like hit a nice groove. I've been saying that for some reason I feel like this is was it 2012 the year Cutler broke his thumb?
Yes.
I feel like this
San
team
Diego
could do
Chargers.
that
2013.
without injury.
Yeah, 13.
2013. He broke his thumb against the Chargers.
Jeepers creepers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know who
I think they
our
could hit 9 to
well,
10.
actually it was 2011, I think, because Caleb
2011,
Haney was
yeah.
the backup.
11, okay.
2011. He came in.
They were
and he
going
sucked up.
They were going to the fucking Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, they were.
I think they had a good chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were clicking on all cylinders. 7-2, right?
That made them. They went to 7-3, but they were heading into the AFC West, who was a fucking doormat that year. So they had 3
Raiders.
games against the AFC West. So they were in. That was who was the running back from Marion Barber? That
Marion
was the
Barber ran out of bounds.
That was
he ran out of bounds
game.
Denver.
And the Raiders.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But what about KC throwing all those Hail Marys that got bounced around?
Yep.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that game.
And then the quarterback for Denver, the shot putter,
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's Thaddeus' guy.
Thaddeus bobblehead. Tim Tebow.
Oh man, you're bringing back bad memories, guys.
Oh God,
It's supposed to be a fun show.
I still remember though when I can still see the way that he went, because listen, that interception was all on Johnny Knox. Johnny Knox was running a slant and he quit. He quit running. He quit running his route, and Jay threw it where he thought he was going to be, and it got picked. And then Jay got pissed and tried to run him down. And I still remember it was about 15 or 20 minutes after that, because don't forget, he broke it and he stayed in the game.
Yeah, he did. He handed it off. I think
Yeah,
they were pretty much had won by that point.
But I remember when that news broke, I'm like, Mike Martz had them playing good offense on.
Shane was like, he's out for the year. I go, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That was very disappointing. You know, I got a trivia question for you guys on piggybacking off of that. That was obviously Caleb Haney came in and he had all kinds of problems. So they got rid of him as our backup. Do you know who our backup quarterback was the following season?
So 20. Was that Jason, what's his face from the Redskins?
Campbell?
Jason Campbell. Yeah, Jason Campbell. Very good.
You, Shane.
I was watching a clip from like 2012, and Jay came out for a few plays. I think they were playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I was expecting Caleb Haney, and all of a sudden, I'm like, Jason Campbell? I couldn't even remember him being on the team. I think he just had like a quick cup of coffee, and then he was gone.
And do you remember the 3 quarterbacks that played for the Bears in the NFC title game against the Packers?
Cutler, Haney, and
Todd
Todd
I know
Collins.
It was Caleb Haney. I know it was Jay Cutler, and then
Todd Collins. Unbelievable.
Remember the Giants game with Todd Collins?
I think I would have looked better at quarterback than Todd Collins in that game. Every throw he threw was right in the dirt.
Well, wasn't it didn't they play the Carolina Panthers? And he started Todd Collins. Forte ended up going for over like 200 yards, but Todd Collins.
That's right.
He didn't like throw at all.
Right. It was nothing but handoffs. I think.
I'm like, imagine playing the Carolina Panthers, who were not good, and you have a quarterback that you don't believe in, that's that old, that's been around, and you're keeping him rostered. It's make it make sense. It's crazy. Because there was talk. Do you remember the quarterback that I know we're going off a tangent here? When Jay got hurt, do you remember who they were thinking about going after? The quarterback?
Was it Jeff George?
No.
Yeah.
No.
They were involved in some cursory trade talks to acquire Donovan McNabb.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I do vaguely remember that. I do
They
vaguely
didn't do
remember
it.
that. Yeah.
He ended up going to
the-
Minnesota.
No, he didn't.
I think so. Didn't he go to Minnesota from
right.
Washington?
He was with the Redskins.
Yeah, he went to the Redskins from Philly, but then didn't he
Philly.
end up in Minnesota for like a cup of coffee?
Did he?
I think so. I think so.
Holy shit! I
Talking
can't
to a
remember.
Syracuse guy here. Let me look.
Yeah, 2011. He played for Minnesota. 6 games.
There you
Yep.
go.
Wow.
See? Bill over there
Holy
fucking questioning me.
Shane, you are the smartest man.
Yeah, it happens.
I cannot
So
remember.
did he replace Dante Culpepper?
Nah, Culpepper was before then.
Yeah, who was that in
Christian
Minnesota?
Ponder?
It could have been because like Favre
it
was
could have been.
20. Favre
Ponder.
was 2010, and then they must have drafted Ponder.
Ponder,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ponder. Okay, Ponder. Yeah. And
yeah, Mount Carmel. Yeah.
who was I'm sorry, the quarterback they had, the black guy who got hurt the first week.
Who's that?
The Bears?
I'm trying to remember. No, I'm talking the Vikings. Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh, Teddy
Oh
Bridge.
yeah. His knee
Yeah.
He's
exploded
back in the NFL
in practice. Yeah.
with the
that
Jaguars.
right?
Yeah. Where
He
is
got
he?
suspended from coaching, and then he came back, and now he made the Jaguars. I believe it's the
Yeah,
Jaguars.
I think so.
That's a crazy story. I always liked Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, but his knee exploded. Yeah. You know, he plays. Yeah.
Tampa.
Tampa. Yeah.
Tampa
Yeah.
made it back into the NFL. What a story that is.
Yeah. Do we
Well, I
have
sure
any?
hope we don't have to remember all these quarterbacks. I hope
Oh,
we just search
God.
Caleb for the next 8, 9, 10 seasons.
Yeah, so
Maybe
Bullets just looked it up. Lovie Smith says the Bears are not signing anyone, bringing a swift end to the Donovan McNabb and Brett Favre rumors. That would have been something.
Good call, Lovey.
Yeah. Thanks, Lovie.
Yeah.
Hold your ground, buddy.
Is there any sack over-unders?
I tried to look up some
Nothing?
defense. They do put sack totals for like the important defenders, the edge
Yeah.
rushers that actually have an acumen.
Yeah.
But we're painfully, woefully short on those guys.
Jeez,
So,
I can't.
they
I
don't
can't-
have any.
Can't believe you don't have anything for Dominique Robinson.
I'm just a fan. I'm not a football evaluator.
No shit, George.
They
Wouldn't
must
you think-
expect big things from them.
Yeah, I guess.
We got a bigger strip.
Oh man, the over-unders are always funny. It's definitely a good exercise that gets you to think. But
Every year, this guy joins
Well,
us.
I think every year we kind of say the same thing. It's like, man, that seems low. That seems low.
Yeah.
That seems low. Because I know every year we're like, that's got to be an over. And then every
Yeah.
year we're like, whoop.
yeah, and I did bang the under on DJ on both totals.
Yeah.
But out of all of those,
Yes.
I mean, I know you got to plan on injuries, but man, I think the easy money is Caleb with the
Totally.
passing yards.
And I think Roma Dunze is another one I don't
Yeah.
get. And actually DeAndre Swift at 800 yards. That one
Yeah.
should be a slam dunk too.
That's less yardage than last year in that nonsense. And listen, I think the problem with DeAndre Swift is he perfect? No, and again, Riley and I were sitting right there for it in Buffalo when he's just not even in the open field, he just gets lost in the sauce and he doesn't have great balance. But I also think he gets I think he gets killed a little bit too much by Bears fans because I think he gets compared to Saquon Barkley. They're like, oh, he's not Saquon, so he sucks. Well, nobody's Saquon. You know, that's the thing. I mean, who would you take over DeAndre Swift on the Bears roster at running back? I wouldn't take anybody over him.
No one.
Yeah.
Nobody.
So.
I think he's got potential. I mean, I think, and the fact that Ben called him out and said, he's running hard. He's taking what's there. He's not trying to freelance. He's not trying to turn a 2-yard gain into a 20-yard gain. I think that all bodes well. And, I think he's he's shown that he can be a dynamic runner, and with the dynamic offense around him and the dynamic playmakers opening up lanes, and he's kind of my dark horse for MVP of the Bears. Really, I mean, I think he could really shine, especially since, like we talked about, they've got so many weapons on the outside that's going to diffuse. But I think he could easily end up with a 1,200 yard, 8 touchdown season.
So, guys, before we get out of here, can you guys look at? There's Adam Hogan and Thaddeus. Look at that! Isn't that something, Brett? Don't they look just alike?
I got to say that is a pretty close resemblance.
It is, yeah.
I knew I should have got my hair cut today.
I like Thaddeus better, though.
A painting perspective, this is pretty close. Is that Carm?
I got to give.
No, it's Adam Johns. I had to do the quick cut and paste. So, do you guys
was that
have
you,
time?
Shane, that found that? That was pretty good.
No, well, people were talking about it in the chat, and then I just grabbed my phone and took a picture of Thaddeus on my screen, and then I did the cheap cut and paste job live while we were doing it. But
whatever you did,
that was pretty good. They're posed almost exactly the same.
Yes,
too.
I've done this. I've done this once or twice. Yeah. But before we wrap up, can you guys stay for one quick segment to end it? Be real quick. So we're getting back into our old segments. Tweets will be back officially next week, but one that we haven't seen in quite a while is this one.
I mean, if I'm going to root for a team, I want to give it all I got.
Next play. Pass.
There was no rhyme or reason.
Drove down the field. Mr. Montgomery breaks a huge run. If he scores on the run, you don't got to worry. But you do got to worry because he gets tackled at the freaking 15.
There was no rhyme or
Next play, shotgun.
All right, we got to update those graphics clearly, Shy City Sports. But bold prediction. So we're going to go around. We're going to give our best estimate of what you think the score is going to be and what your bold prediction is player-wise. So, Thaddeus, grab your bucket of popcorn because you are up first, sir.
All right. So, for Monday night, correct?
No. We're talking about 2027 season.
Oh, okay. 2027.
Yeah, why would we talk about Monday Night Football? Thaddeus?
Let's clarify. Okay, all right. So, I've been tossing this one back and forth, but ultimately I'm going to land on a win. But it's not going to be an easy win. It's going to be pretty ugly. Offense trying to get used to everything with Ben Johnson. I think it's somewhere around 2014, 2017, because I think the defense does enough to hold down J.J. McCarthy making his debut and Allen limiting the running game for Minnesota, forcing J.J. to win the game for them.
So you gave a couple of different scores, so we're going to settle on
Okay, I'll settle on 2017.
Chicago.
All
right, and what is your bold prediction?
Bold prediction. Dominique Robinson gets 2 sacks.
Oof.
Wow.
You said bold.
Thaddeus is out here doing cocaine live on air, saying crazy shit.
Sniffing the popcorn butter.
Yeah. Brett Maly.
All right, I'm going to give you guys my prediction. You're going to think, man, I've got the rose-colored glasses on, and I expect the Bears to win 12, 13 games. I've got the Bears total at 10, so I think I'm realistic. I'm pragmatic, and growth of a team is not linear. It's not going to be like they're going to be getting better every single week. I think there's going to be weeks they're going to look great. I think there's going to be weeks they take a step back, and so on and so forth. I agree with Coach. I think they're going to be a lot better overall, by the midpoint of the season than they are at the beginning. But I think they come out firing. I think that they're ready for Minnesota. They're playing at home, rabid crowd. I think they take them to the woodshed. I think they win 30-17. I think they're the talk of the town. Now, again, they may they may fall back down to earth the next week. But I think for this week, they're clicking on all cylinders. So 30-17. I also think I'm going to go back to my boy DeAndre Swift. I think he runs for 2 touchdowns. I say he gets 2 touchdowns, receiving, maybe rushing, but 2 touchdowns.
There you go.
Philip, do you want to go first, or you want me to go? Because you guys are gonna hate mine. Because like I said, I'm in.
I'll go. I have the Chicago Bears winning by a score 28-14. 2-touchdown victory. Brett Maly stealing my thunder here. I was going 2 touchdowns for Swift and a double-digit win. So now I gotta figure a different bold prediction. But Bears 28-14 on Monday Night Football. I think they're gonna come out swinging for the fences, kind of setting the tone on the season. Again, talk of the town. All of a sudden, Caleb's the shiny object for Chris Canty to polish up on Tuesday morning. And then the bold prediction, it's tough because Maly stole my 2 touchdowns for Swift. Fuck. Cole Kmet, 4 drops in the game. Trey just so slick and skinny in a hole.
Yeah.
No. I'll give a bold prediction. I'll give a touchdown pass caught one-handed, even, Shane.
I love all.
Colston Loveland.
Nice.
The one-handed touchdown grab. Seen all over SportsCenter. There you go.
All right, buckle up, Buttercups.
Here he is, Mr. Negativity.
Yep, you guys aren't gonna love it, but the score of the game is going to end up 20-19. And who's going to be the victor? The Chicago Bears will be the victor. My bold prediction is Cairo Santos kicks the game winner, and we sign off the show the only way we know how.
Fuck you, Bullets.